Tonight's Gooder Entertainment production is brought to you by The Chopping Block, Minotti Woodcrafters, Pinkerton's Pit Barbecue, Texas Oil Gods, JB Waterwells, All Fired Up Barbecue Cook-Off, Texas Original Charcoal, the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, Smokin Magic, Texas High Roller Events, Laredo Roofing Solutions, Navy SEAL Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, The Barbecue Store, Mr. Keen Sharpening Service, Cosmos Cube Products, Half-Fast Cookers, Damn Yankee Texas Barbecue, Rectag, Quattro D Drums, We Branded Promotions, Texas Barbecue Bash, and Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics. Thank you for supporting the So Smokin Gooder Show.
The So Smokin Gooder Show. There's a lot of gooder. There's a lot of things that are gooder. They're better. They're gooder. I say they're gooder. They're the most goodest show that there could be. The So Smokin Gooder. Wow, what a good! Has there been a gooder show? I don't know if there's ever been a gooder show than the So Smokin Gooder Show. Wow, what a show! Iran's not having a show like So Smokin Gooder Show. What a beautiful show! There's never been high definition like what's going on in this. What a great show!
Hey, we got any more beer in here?
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron, the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smokin Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
If you're gonna put it in the box, put it in the box.
And stamp it.
Hey, what's up? I'm Cosmo, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show. So grab a drink, park your ass, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing.
This is Bill Purvis with Chicken Fried Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show. Boom.
What's up, bitches? Aaron Lesley here with Texas Oil Dust, and today you are watching the So Smokin Gooder Show out here in Augusta, Georgia, baby. The weather is awesome. The beer is cold, 29-degree cold if you can't see that. So, guys, I got a surprise for you. Stay tuned. Here we go.
I'm Elena, and I'm Lily. Hi, Rob. You're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Brad.
And I'm Bre, and we're Smokin Magic.
And you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
On your marks, get ready, let's go. Are you guys ready for the So Smokin Gooder Show? Pull up a chair and grab yourself a brew. Let's get together with the Gooder crew. Rob and Ty are your gangster guys with a special guest or two. Where we talk comms, brews, and barbecue. So before we start, are you ready or not? So Smokin Gooder Show. So Smokin Gooder Show. Are you ready or not? Barbecue topics that are hot, hot, hot. So Smokin Gooder Show. So Smokin Gooder Show. Pull up a chair and stay a while. Gooder crew, that's the style.
What is up? Good evening, Gooder Gang. You know where to be on a Wednesday night, and that is right here watching the very best damn barbecue show, period. The So Smokin Gooder Show. Damn glad you found us. However, you are checking us out. Some of y'all are on YouTube, some are on Facebook. Ty's got us on TikTok, all over the place. And I appreciate it however you're checking us out. You guys are awesome. You guys are the Gooder Gang, the barbecue community that we've created, and I love you guys and gals, each and every single one of y'all. You ever wondered what it takes to get into the barbecue rubs and sauce game? I have, and I am very curious. Selfishly brought on my friends and the fellow sponsors of the show. We've got Dustin. I don't know if Dustin's in. I think he's on a boat, but I think I see him down there. We've got Dustin from the barbecue store. You guys know hashtag where you go to win. This is they have rubs and sauces themselves, but they also are a big part of distribution and co-packing and selling. So we'll have them. That's a unique perspective. We got Bre from Smokin Magic. They have been doing their thing for about 3 or 4 years now. So we're excited to have Bre back on the show to talk about it. Y'all know Aaron from Texas Oil Dust, and Shane LeClaire from damn Yankee Texas Barbecue. We're going to have all of them here shortly in the roundtable. Shout out to our art guy, Art, the media man behind the So Smokin Gooder show. He's been coming up with all those new videos and whatnot. And we'll introduce Art to you here coming up in a couple weeks. We'll see how that goes. Last week I did miss the show for a good reason. But we did have Heath Riles booked on that. He can't do the next 2 weeks, so we're gonna plan to have Heath on in a couple of weeks. So we'll definitely circle back over to Heath Riles and talk about his big back-to-back world championship at Memphis in May. So we'll get Heath on, but I'm excited about our round table tonight. Before we get to any and all of this, I want to get the man behind the P's and Q's, the ones and twos. That's what it is. Ty Cobb, get in here, Ty. How are you, my man?
What's happening? I'm seeing people drop off and pop back into the green room there, but it's cool that we got a big enough network where we can pivot and like everybody's been talking about, their brand and marketing themselves. That's the next level, is know how to get into the rub and into the rub game in this. It's all about your flavor profile, and all these guys are just champions through and through, and they've been there, done that. So I'm always excited to hear from the Gooder Gang about what they see on the show, and what better way to do it if we can't have Heath Riles, have other world champions on.
Absolutely. We're going to have other world champions on, right? We're going to have a big round table full of great guests. I do want to bring up, the reason why I didn't do a show last week and where I'm going to be this week. We are big supporters of the Machado family. We love Joey, Michelle, Taya, and Ty. We love them dearly. And, we've had a rough week here in the world. This one will be in Seguin, Texas, celebrating the life of Ty Machado, along with supporting Joey and Michelle and Taya and the entire barbecue world that's going to come gather in Seguin, Texas. So if you guys have it in your availability in your schedule and you want to come down, Joey is hoping any and all that know the family would like to go and help support and be there for the celebration of Ty Machado. So wherever you are, we're going to just have a moment of silence for Ty, and this is how we're going to start the show tonight. So. All right. Thank you very much. And wherever you are, again, we would love to see you this weekend in Seguin, Texas. All right. That is how we're going to start the show tonight. And now what we do normally, there you go. Thank you very much, Ty. He started the Ty Machado Barbecue Memorial. This is going to benefit youth barbecue. This is something very important to the Machado family. So if you guys, in lieu of flowers, you can donate here to, you can scan that QR code and donate to the Ty Machado Barbecue Memorial right there. If you can go back and watch it, you can pause it, you can do it, but scan the QR code right there, and you can donate to the memorial. And again, these funds are going to go straight to benefit the youth of barbecue youth in America. He's going to be doing it not just in Texas, but this is something that is very important to the family that they want to celebrate. Ty was a young pitmaster. He's been on television. He's been on Food Network. He's won quite a bit of championships. He's a world champion, Ty Machado. So we're definitely sorely going to miss the young man. And again, if you're able to attend in Seguin this weekend, please do. That's where we'll be. Okay, before we do, you know what we do. You know how we do other shows. How we start them off. We give some celebrations to the Gooder Gang, the best part of the show. Ty's going to put them up there, and I am going to read them. Daddy Dutch Barbecue first. And what's up, man? How are you, my man? Steve Quint. Good evening, everyone. Excited to see Bre on tonight, aren't we all? Afternoon from South Jersey. There's Larry Vaughn headed north, waiting on the show. All right. Halls of Rhetoric. Beth Harris saying hello from Columbus, Georgia. Hello, Beth. How are you? Welcome to the show. Brandon Perriman, what the hell is going on, Gooder Gang? All right. What's up, B? How are you? Burley Gunter. What's up, homies? That's 360 Barbecue. There he is. Art Gonzalez Jr. What's up, Gooder Gang? That is Art, the art man, the media man. Matt Casper from Rat Sack Barbecue. Evening. Good evening. Bobby Delgado, Quattro D. I'll see Bobby this weekend. There's Cesar Mejia just stopping by to say hi. What up? How are you, my man? Rachel Targot. She was on the show a couple weeks ago. Hey, Gooder Gang. What's up, Rachel? How are you? Jared McCrory. Evening, everybody. What's up, Jared? Bobby Boom. What's up, fellas? How are you? Lance Bracco. What's up, Gooder Gang? Good to see you, Lance. John Turner. What's up, brother? Rob, is my chicken seasoning good too? Wait, go. Oh, is my chicken seasoning go to? Thank you. Ty, what discipline are the belts over your shoulder?
These are my sons. He's a youth black belt. Tatum Cobb, 13-year-old junior. I think he's a purple stripe on his junior black belt. So when he turns 15, he'll be able to test for a Taekwondo black belt at Hero Martial Arts in Spring, Texas.
There you go. There you go. Was that it, Ty? I don't think so. Where's Ty at? Where'd he go? What's up, Gooder Gang?
Yeah, you got more.
Johnny Mag, Jen Lee. Good evening, Jen Lee. Open registration is open for the Danny Deach Memorial Classic. Hits and Me Off Barbecue. Evening, Gooder Gang. AJ George punched his ticket. I get a little post of AJ. Congratulations, Okie Folks Barbecue going to the Jack, earning his way. 7 wins. There he goes. Firebox Barbecue. That is our Spotlight Team of the Week last week. What is going on? Dustin Standley, sup from the Caribbean. Internet sucks. Okay. Is he going to be in? I don't know. We'll find out. Joel Fleetwood. There he is. I know the team name. Golly, it's slipping me right now, though. But Bre will tell me. All right. And I see Kevin Hernandez and Andrew Mudge. Don't do that. Why are you doing that, Ty? What is going on here? All right. Let's bring on the round table. Again, if you've ever wanted to know about starting a rub and sauce or getting into the rub and sauce game, like me, selfishly, I had my friends on here to talk about this, to see, what their experience is, what they've gone through to get their products out on the market. First in, we've got Ron. Y'all know Ron. He's helped me host this show quite a few times.
What's up, bitches?
There it is. What's up, bitches? How are you? He's out of Midland, Texas, with his lines of Texas oil dust. Been at it. When'd you start, Aaron? When did you start?
2015. I got I trademarked my business.
2015
it became official. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Trust the dust, right? There you go.
Right. Trust the dust.
We've got Bre from Smokin Magic out of Grain Valley, Missouri. Is that right? Can we hear you?
All gone.
Sorry.
There she is. She's also out of Tomball, Texas.
That's right.
This young lady, her family's from Tomball, Texas. Her and her husband, Brad, they've been running.
Who is not from Tomball, Texas.
He is not from Tomball, Texas. Is he from Kansas or Missouri?
Oh, it's Missouri. Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri.
I love the fact that the Kansas people don't like the Missouri people. The Missouri people don't like the Kansas people. And they're all in the same damn town, all in Kansas City. It's weird. It's strange. We've got the Yankee checking in. Damn Yankee, Texas Barbecue. Shane LeClaire, get your butt in here. He's the man out of North Texas with his line. Damn Yankee, Texas Barbecue. What's up, Shane? Shane's checking in from Cancun, by the way, or his backyard, as he likes to call it.
It's probably close. He probably shipped everything from Cancun to his backyard.
Probably. And I guess Dustin, we'll see if Dustin can get in. Dustin's on a boat. He really wanted to do it, and he said he wanted to test it. But I guess we may or may not have Dustin. But Dustin, if you find some some internet, if you get on a big high wave and you get the internet back up, check in and we'll get you on right away. Well, thank you guys and gals for coming on the show. I appreciate it. What's that? Yeah, there it is right there.
100%, Joel.
There is. Let me get this dog out of here before we get going. I don't know if y'all can hear her. She's crying, so she needs to get out of here. Okay.
Team Montana, Bre. MO. I'm just kidding. Okay, sorry.
Fucking dogs.
You know it.
Get in the bed.
All right, sorry.
My horizontal zebra lines, like it's a lighting effect.
Yeah, man,
Come on, Aaron. What do I pay you for? What do I pay you for, bro?
And look, I don't know what to say. I mean, I didn't realize you was. You left. You were there. You came back. There it is. It's all.
I'm back. We're all good. Yeah, she was kind of bothering me. But hey, again, thank y'all for doing this. This is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of information I hope will be shared to help lots of people out there that maybe want to get in the game. I know the market is kind of saturated already, so let's bring more in, shall we? Let's see what we can do to do that. But again, Aaron, you trademarked in 15, huh?
Yeah. So in 2011, I was making my steak seasoning. Well, back then it was a steak seasoning, all purpose. It's the oil dust now, but back then I was doing it for ribeyes and just a little quick catering gig, for out in the field and on the rigs. And it kind of spawned into somewhere I was giving away more than I was making at the time. So I started making more and I was giving away. And then finally I just, hey, why don't I just give back to charity? Because we were giving our paychecks to charity. That's what we were doing. I mean, Christmas time came in, $2,500, $3,000. It was going to a family. It was helping people out. So instead of doing that, I was like, what if we just give, a small percentage of each bottle away to charity, and we just kind of pick a family every year and we do it that way. So that's actually why I got even put my seasoning in a bottle, is because I was just trying to give back to something. So we weren't using our paycheck money. Yeah. But at that time, rubs, barbecue pitmasters was coming out, and I wasn't in the competition barbecue at all. I was working on the rig, so what, your time is, you're there pretty much all the time. So it just kind of spawned into about 14. Did a couple, but I was using it as my base layer, and then all of a sudden, I was like, let's just see what happens, and I put it in a bottle. Full, got a label done, put it in a bottle, put a trademark on it, and got the USTPO involved, and LegalZoom helped me out, and shoot, man, it's been running ever since.
I love it. You've been at it for a little while. Bre, how did y'all get started? And then we're gonna back it up and talk about like the big early ons, but just talk about your product, Bre, your and Brad's product, and how you got started as well. And I'm sure Ty will put your logo up there now.
Oh, you're fine. You're good. You're good.
There we go.
We were like catapulted into it. So when we won Made for KC, the competition that got us into the airport, we had to have rubs and sauces developed for that. And so we went from, it was a kind of a pipe dream. We were going to have an ambition to do it 5-10 years down the road to you have 9 months to get this done. So we were baptized by fire, as they say, and off we went. So our story's a little different than a lot of people's.
But it's your story, which is awesome. And then Shane, damn Yankee Texas barbecue, having a Yankee tag on Texas barbecue. That's bold, Shane, but it's working out for you, my man.
Brother, appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't learn how to cook freaking barbecue till I got to Texas. So I own it. I'm a damn Yankee. Y'all can't get rid of me, and I love Texas barbecue. So here I am. But about a year and a half, we Lacey and I, there's a local crawfish place here in Addison called Nate's, and they make, and in the Metroplex, the best crawfish there is, hands down. Arguably, whatever, but they have this turbo seasoning that they dust them with, and it's Lacey's favorite. Well, man, we were looking at it, and I thought about, maybe we can figure out what's in it and kind of get it close, and we maybe make a rub and call it our own. And well, then our buddy LC came out with his Cajun, his Bayou blend, and I'm like, I'm not even going to try and bring out a Cajun seasoning right now. I'm not that guy. I'm not trying to bring one out. Well, then a month later, I was like, you know what? I want to try and make a buffalo seasoning. And man, we accidentally made our bird blend, and it hit a couple times, and it's like, well, hell, here you go. And But I mean, I got a pretty cool story. I mean, if you want me to go into it now, I will. If you want me to wait, I can. But I mean, how it all started. I mean, I went to Success Seasonings. Dan Arnold, he Sucklebusters. So in Sucklebusters, he started Success Seasonings, and it was for the new guy wanting to start rubs. And man, it's kind of entry level, and you can buy smaller quantities, and it's all a la carte, where they include your labels, include your bottles, include, I mean, everything, right? And they'll help you with your recipes. And well, I went there, and man, we made our bird and our at the time burger blend. We renamed it Beef Blend because I felt like we cornered it with the beef name. But we went there, and it's like it was a really cool start, and it was exciting. And Lesley will tell you, man, we do something all the way or we don't do it. I do something all the way or I don't do it at all. So Dan told me, he literally set his 3 top sellers up on the shelf. He goes, Shane, he goes, these are our top sellers. He goes, these are just like, they fill the void. I'm like, you know what? Those are where I want to live. You know, it's like these, like, man, you can compete for the chicken, the beef, and the pork all day long. But I want to live with the paisano, the ranches, and all the different shit that, man, like all that stuff. So, I mean, that's where we went with it. And we kind of grew to go to a bigger bulk discount and grew to a bigger co-packer. But we'll get into all that, I'm sure.
Awesome. Well, that you went to somebody successful already. So this is kind of what we're doing. Y'all are successful, in my opinion, right now, on what you guys are doing. So, Bre, talk about your very first rub and how did you get started? I know y'all got fast tracked, and you just kind of mentioned that with the Made for KC event. However, you always got to start somewhere. Talk about, Aaron mentioned his first one was his steak rub that he turned it into what we all know now is one of his bigger seller rubs. But what was y'all's first hooray? I think y'all had to make 3 or 4 of them to get out, right? To start.
Yeah, we had what we have out right now, the 3 rubs and the 3 sauces. So we have our rib rub, our pork rub, our chicken rub, and then we have a sweet sauce, a spicy sauce, and then our Southern Twang, which was our apple cider vinegar. So those were the ones that we were using in competition. And then when you go to the co-packers and they want your recipes, but they want them like down to the gram. And we were not measuring them like that. It was like a teaspoon of that or 1/4 cup of this. And then taste it. And then maybe I add a dash of this or a dash of that. So that was kind of how we were doing it. So to pinpoint and nail down those recipes, we were fortunate that Old World's headquarters, office, and culinary kitchen are just about 45 minutes from our house. So we were able to go there and sit down after the first batch that they came back to us with and talk about all the different things. You have no idea how many types of salt and pepper there are until you sit down in a culinary kitchen like that or whatever that has all these different options. It was so much fun playing around with that. And then how different brands, even if it's the same honey or sugar or ketchup or whatever, but different brands taste drastically different as well. So just seeing all that side by side right there together, and then having the experts kind of lead us, just really helped us be able to get everything done, like I said, in that 9-month time period. So
yeah. Very neat. So Shane, I like your approach though. You went to Sucklebusters and you were talking about how the market you wanted to stay in, right? You didn't want to have a beef rub and some other stuff like that. I do like that approach. The main masses are the guys that are cooking on Saturdays and Sundays at their home, right? Not the competition barbecue guys. However, I mean, I'm sure you have your main one is your burger one. Was that the one that's selling? What is the one that's kind of catching the eye of the everyday backyard person?
And the paisano has gone nuts. It's been crazy. Really? And so we cook so much Italian food at home, but it's a great SPG, but it has the basil, oregano, and some other stuff in it that turns it a little more Italian, but it'll still carry a basic SPG note. But so, yeah, our bird blend, we made it by accident. I was trying to create a buffalo wing rub because, man, we cook a shit ton of wings. Aaron knows that. He taught me about that magic number. one day in Weatherford, walked by. I didn't even really know Aaron. He goes, "What's your magic number?" I said, "I don't know. Cook until they're done." He goes, "204 in the flat." I'm like, man, ever since, it's been 3-4 years, 204 in the flat. That's what they're done. But man, so I made our bird blend. I was like, this shit don't taste nothing like buffalo. And Lacey came over and tasted it. She goes, this tastes just like our competition chicken rub, where we take 2 or 3 deals, put them together. And I'm like, oh shit. So we took it to Humble Rodeo, not this past year, the year before. A sample bottle that we made in our kitchen with our base ingredients, ran it on our bird, tied Robert Smith for first place chicken, Humble Rodeo, 119 teams or whatever it was. And
that's a pretty good, solid test run.
So next weekend we went to an outlaw contest here in Irving, and I think we took second in chicken out of 48 teams. I was like, man, this bitch might actually be something. So that's when we made that one. It's like our approach has been, my perception is, I feel like you need those staples, right? The bird, the beef, the pork, like the staples, right? Even though our pork is savory as shit, it can go on beef. Like our bird can go on. I mean, they're all interchangeable, but you kind of put them in a lane when you name them. So it's like, okay. But, okay, we got our 3 staples. But, man, our Paisano, our Buffalo Ranch, our Jalapeno Ranch, and then, our Pinche Yankee. Yeah, that one. So, yeah. I swear to God, I still think my Mexican friends are messing with me. Like, it doesn't mean damn Yankee.
No, it's good. So what advice would you have to somebody that's really kind of wanting to get in there? They like, they like what they like, and then maybe they've tried some different things, and they've gone to, the spice store, and they've got these things together, and they kind of mix them at home and doing whatnot. So once they figure out what they like, or maybe let's even back up. Is there any like 3 main ingredients that you guys are starting with, or maybe Aaron, I'll pose this question to you. You've been in it longer, but are there like, do all of your bases have a base? I mean, all of your rubs have a similar base, or is it all different from the get-go, or they kind of start the same and maybe evolve?
No, it depends on what you're going for, right? It depends on what flavor profile you're wanting to achieve. But no, I don't start with the same like salt, pepper, garlic. Nothing is that way. Sometimes sugar, could start first, and as you get as it increases or it falls out. So I don't have a base. My stuff is out of necessity, right? It was out of crap. I forgot Plowboys. This is back in 16. Like I forgot the Plowboys, and I forgot the Cosmo Dirty Bird, and so all these seasonings I was purchasing because I was just getting into competition barbecue. I always carried a big batch of seasonings from Sam's Club, because you never know when you want a little extra garlic or whatever. So in my barbecue trailer, I had like 8 or 9 different bottles in the top shelf. And so sometimes at 5 in the morning or 6, when you got brisket on, you're doing something, you forget stuff. And you're like, well, I remember what it tasted like in my hand, just kind of like a blend. So I kind of start with that. And I just kind of, pick and choose how it goes. I might start with pepper, but usually salt, garlic, and pepper are probably the 3 main ingredients of somebody's basic blend. But it really depends on what you're going for. And I don't have a basic blend. I have a flavor profile that I'm looking for, and I just start doing teaspoons at a time of different ingredients until I find what I'm looking for, and then I write that down, and then I start weighing it out once I find the profile that I'm looking for. So there's not really a base rub. It's just our base ingredient list. It's just, what am I trying to do? What am I trying to accomplish here, and which way am I going with it? Because sometimes it could be a spice, it could be a spiciness, and it can be a little bit of sugar, and then I add some salt in with it. So I mean, I don't know if that answers your question, but no, I don't have a base.
So you have a kind of a in your thought, in your mind, of where you want to go, and then you kind of reverse engineer it, from what you're kind of doing. Okay. Right. That's great. That's good. And Bre, I know I love your products. I've the rib rub, I know y'all named them that. To me, that's a beef rub. And so they kind of I don't know if y'all wanted to kind of go back and maybe rename that. But is there something to where y'all come out with something and put a label on it, and then you're like, this is kind of going well on, people are using it over here and whatnot. So would you have any advice for somebody to maybe not kind of do that? Or is that something that y'all ever
that
thought
was
about
actually advice that we were given when we first, while we were in the design process of everything. People said, you need to tell the customer how to use this. Like, it needs to be simple. They don't need to guess what type of meat to use this on or what type of flavors are going to be in this, because you're on this wall. And like, I've worked at barbecue supply stores like American Fire in the summer sometimes, and you see people come in and it's like a deer in the headlight look when they look at the wall of rubs and sauces, and they don't even, they're so overwhelmed, they don't even know where to start. So, so being able to ask the questions and like, so I went in and I took pictures, like a panoramic of the whole section, and was like, what catches my eye on these shelves and why? So sometimes it was the font, sometimes it was a color, sometimes it was the name and the simplicity of it. But we were told to keep it simple. And at the time, the rib rub was what we had made for our ribs, and the pork rub was what we were using on our pork butt. And then our brisket, we were using a combination of some different things. And then when we got down to it, for the restaurant, they're like, what are you putting on brisket? And I was like, well, we've kind of been changing it up here and there. We haven't really found 100% what we're, happy with. And so then we started like playing around with our current rubs, because they said, you've already got 3 rubs and 3 sauces, and that's a lot. Like, you don't want to come out with too much, is what they were telling us, like all at once. You want to kind of start small and build and save stuff in the back to slowly release out. So anyway, this is all the advice we were given in the very beginning. And so we started playing around with all of our seasonings at that point, and found, hey, our rib rub is really savory. It's heavier on the black pepper. It's got a little sweetness, but isn't as sweet as our pork rub. Why don't we try this? We tried it first on hamburgers. It was great. We tried it on steaks, loved it. And then we started running it on our competition brisket and really, really liked it on that. So we contemplated changing the name, but everybody really gravitated towards it for ribs as well. So we didn't want to change it to like beef rub, and then people think, okay, well, the only pork rub they have is the pork rub.
Yeah. Where'd your rib go? Where'd your rib rub go? It's
yeah. So we didn't at the time change that. So
yeah. Joel, he's like, people underestimate how hard it is to launch an entire line versus a product or two. Yeah, I can imagine. And Joel, they had the same.
They had the same issue.
Yeah, the same experience y'all did winning the Made for KC event. Well, say somebody like me who has an idea of kind of already almost, pretty much 80-90% of kind of what I want to do. What's the next step? Who do you contact? Where do you go from here to kind of trust them with you or what you've created and to recreate it? What would be the next step for a person like that in that situation?
I think it depends on the scale. I think it depends on the scale, how big you want to get, how fast, and I mean, honestly, how much money you have to invest in it. I mean, because look at Matt Pittman. Okay, Meat Church, his products are good. Okay, I mean, there's nothing that just says, oh my God, these are freaking amazing, other than they're good. And he has so many products that touch so many different proteins and different lanes, but he's a genius marketer. And, if you can be great at marketing and you have the funds to invest, I mean, then sky's the limit. But, I mean, if it comes down to it that you're just trying to get in there and,
I'll come back to that one time. Sorry.
You find a co-packer that can give you some entry-level quantities to where my co-packer is a 500-pound minimum, whereas, I think Success Seasonings was $1,500 minimum order. So that was about, I don't know, I forget how many cases it was, but it wasn't 500 pounds, so it's just how much funds you have to invest and grow your product line and how much you want to market it, I
Well,
mean,
and it's also, Shane, I agree there. I would even go as far as like, if you guys are interested, I have a Google Doc. If you reach out to me with people I've reached out and asked over the years, and I've just kind of compiled a question answer Google Doc that I share with people. But and it breaks it down real simple. There's a lot of pieces of this co-packing and things you need to know to ask that you don't know when you first get started. So like we've learned so much through all this, and like Shane's talking about minimum orders and all these different things, which are 100% right. Everybody has their different minimums, and you do need to look at that when you're first starting out. But like, what does that mean for you as the brand owner? And what kind of questions should you ask once they give you those numbers? Because then there's upfront fees some of them want, and then sometimes they want it per product on top of that, and there's all these different pieces of it that we've all had to kind of learn the hard way and kind of fumble around, is what I say. We kind of fumbled around through it. I mean, we were fortunate enough to not really have to make much of a decision with Old World because they were partnered with the Made for KC thing, but we've gone through the process again with our Bloody Mary mix. So Croy Valley is the one who's making our Bloody Mary mix now. And just making sure that we know the questions to ask and know and read those contracts before you sign them, and all these different pieces, and who really owns your recipe. If you reach out to them, do they own it or do you own it? Like there's all these things just to really, really be able to legally protect yourself. Otherwise, you could wind up totally giving your product and the recipe away, and you don't have rights to it anymore.
That right there, if you take anything away from this conversation tonight, that's a great nugget right there, is to protect yourself, right, and do that. Aaron, when you got started in this thing, 2015, now, like we just talked about, there's a lot on the market right now. You go into the barbecue store, for example, and like kind of what Bre was just saying, a person that goes in to buy, they're going to look around and say all of this other stuff, see all of them, and they all have different labels. They all, almost say the same thing. You're going to have probably 30 SPGs in a store. How did, when you got started, there wasn't that kind of market saturation. There wasn't that kind of competition out there. And, also when you got started, maybe the processes weren't the same as they are right now, to where somebody comes in and maybe they've fine-tuned and they're streamlined now. How was it when you started, Aaron? Was it kind of the Wild West? There's Dustin in there.
Yeah. I called a friend of mine up, Lance Moore, up in Plainview, about 13 or 14. I said, hey, I'm wanting to give back to charity, so do you mind sharing your co-packer with me? And I got a big, it was quiet for a while because nobody wanted to share who was packing and blending their products because they're afraid of somebody coming in and knocking it off.
Taking the recipe, yeah.
I mean, because there are co-packers out there, guys, and I need you to really, really, really think about this. There are a lot of really good, legit co-packers. And there are some co-packers that have a bad name and they have a bad rep of changing some things behind the scenes and letting somebody else have that rub. So you really want to make sure that you're dealing with a quality company. And it took me a little time to get that from him, a couple of days, but I explained to what I want to do. So I got that information. I contacted. It took about 6 months to get that first blend, like where I wanted it to be. And that's usually most guys that do co-packing and that have a recipe, they mail ship it, right? So you're like, here's my recipe, and then they ship you a bottle. I want to change this 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever it is you're doing, and then you send it back. Well, that might take 2 weeks. They send you back another one, and then a month later, you're getting back a third sample, and then it might be a month. So it takes time. It wasn't as saturated as it is now, and everybody's doing it. At the same time, I wasn't looking for worldwide marketing. I was just looking to have some seasonings, give back to charity, and then I used them. And then I was like, I got a little catering business. I'll use them in here. And then it just kind of spawned off. So it was definitely a little tougher to get into stores back then. It's a lot. I think it's harder to get in stores now because there is so many, and they don't know which ones they want to keep and which ones they don't want to keep. Back then, there wasn't as many on the market, but it was still harder because people were kind of like hesitant on bringing a new product. You know, they don't want to waste money.
Yeah, they had the ones that we all know, and McCormick.
Yeah,
you know,
Iron's butt rub was everywhere. You know, and and Cosmos was just an order online. You know, back then, and so everybody you were getting stuff from, you ordered it, or you went to the local grocery store and you got whatever they had. But most time you found a few nuggets. Like up in Lubbock, we have the Outdoor Chef, and Ray Bonner then owned it. Now Cheryl and Tony Valentine own it. So we were able to, when we passed through town, grab what we needed to grab, and then, of course, as it got bigger, Ace Hardware started carrying more seasonings, and then the Academies, and then Walmarts. And so all your big box stores started kind of catching in. So you could kind of get things more locally as the years progressed until COVID hit. And that's when it really just went berserk. Everybody was ordering from home, and then we couldn't keep it in stock. And you had a hard time. You were 10, 11 weeks getting a product in. So there is a lot of questions out there, but the main thing is before you just start calling some co-packer up, you need to get like some history on them, like who's with them. Maybe you can befriend somebody to maybe give you a little good advice on them, because if they've been there, because they will. There are some out there that are very well known of stealing your recipes, 100%.
Dustin had a comment, and I wish Dustin were here. I know you're on a boat, Dustin, and you can't join us, but we'd love to have your perspective on this. But he said, in my business point of view, sales come from proven products. Some people that I know could sell pop in a bag and do well with it. And I really feel, what he's talking about. You have to, put out a product, sell it on your own, with your own personality, and go out there and promote it and sell it. I will address and Aaron, you kind of alluded to it, as far as you see it all the time, right? People use a product, they like it, and you hear about it, and I've heard it twice today now, and they go out there 3 times now, because Aaron, you just mentioned it, that they'll go and they like something, hand it to somebody and say, hey, let's add something here and we'll just relabel it. What is y'all's opinion on that? And I'll read Tony's. And Tony's comment right now is like, he says, balls, steal a rub, change it 1%, slap a label, win comps, and pretend that you use it. Get some barbecue welfare ambassadors, which I love that term, and make them pretend to win with your rub. Release a new one every 6 months. Then do a sauce, a glaze, 3 stickers, shirts, merch, classes, and Amazon. Fucking Tony. Gotta love him. I love Tony Tanachi, but I get what he's saying, and I know he's kind of taking it over. Maybe he isn't, maybe he's not, but I know he's kind of going a little beyond that. But Shane, you've heard about that. What do you think about that?
Man, Tony's only good at living in Canada and talking shit about everybody here in the United States. So, man, take him with a grain of salt. So it is what it is. But
he's funny.
He's kind of funny. I mean, never mind. I'll leave that alone. But
He's got a little truth to what he's saying.
No, he's seen some things.
Here's the deal, right? Like, so we've come out with our seasonings. I have replicated, reverse engineered 0% of what we're running. 0%. Everything's been made.
Nobody is, Shane. I was asking you. No one's.
No. But here's what I'm saying.
On the spot
I see, since we have launched a rub, it's like we launch a bird blend, then here comes another chicken rub, and here comes another chicken rub, and another chicken rub, and we launch a beef rub, and then here comes another beef rub, and it's like, God dang, they're like cockroaches coming out of the woodworks. I mean, it's like, it is an investment. It is all about your marketing. I mean, rubs are rubs. And we always say at a barbecue comp, like, man, as long as you nail tenderness, your flavors are going to carry. Like, everybody's rubs are so close. They do. I don't want to say they taste similar. Everybody's are different to me, depending on your palate. Some carry more salt, some carry more pepper. It is what it is, but there's only so many ways to skin a damn cat. But you're right. I mean, there's only so many ways to make a freaking rub. We call it a beef rub or a pork rub. And so that's why I wanted to live in that damn lane of the different stuff with the buffalo ranch and the jalapeno ranch. And man, I'm just so sick of trying to rinse and repeat with, oh, this chicken rub is better. Oh, that pork rub is better. No, man, like, they're all good. You got to nail tenderness, and you got to use the right rubs. And you want to support the brands that, are getting in your face and replicating the messages that you want to hear. So when you, how many people go to, like, I mean, you go to the store, you see Meat Church, everybody knows who the hell it is. It's a household name, right? Like Texas Oil Dust, man. Texas Oil Dust in Texas.
Just kidding, man.
So many people are running that shit. I'm tired of seeing that damn drain plug sauce or whatever the hell it is you call it. I
can tell you that
I always call it drain plug.
Yeah, he always calls it drain plug. I can tell you that you know, you made a comment that every time you release something, you see more of it, right? You see another rub. The thing is that you didn't make the well, I mean, I can't say what you did. I can tell you that I didn't make those rubs for people. I made them for me. I made them for me to use. I made them for my catering business, my food trailer. I made them for me personally, and I liked the flavor profile of that, and it fit the way that I was raised here in West Texas. Not Common, Texas, but West Texas, like Midland, Odessa. So I did that, and I made those for me, and unfortunately, a lot of people make them because they just want to make money. They just want to put something out there and sell it. And that only goes so far is you know, is like marketing and who you are. I mean, you know, Rip Wheeler on Yellowstone, right? Brings out, was it tequila or a vodka or I don't know, maybe it's a bourbon. I got one up in my shelf, but you know, you can put your name behind it, but is it going to sell? It has to have proof. It has to prove itself. It has to have like merit behind it. It has to have a track record. And so who you are can definitely sell something, but if you're making something just because you want to put it on the market and try your hand in the rub game, go for it. And that's great. But anyone who does this and has been doing it for a good long time has done it because they wanted it for themselves to make themselves better. And that's what I did with me. I made my flavors and it projected me year after year after year into a better market. So, you know, everyone has a different way of getting into it. You know, you just got to figure out what's your end goal.
Yeah, I 100% agree. So we've come out with 8 seasonings in a little over a year, which is a lot. But if you look at the flavor profiles, man, they're all different. And like Aaron, you hit the nail on the head. Lacey and I made those for us because that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted to use. That's what we wanted in our cabinet. And we're using the shit out of them. You can tell we cook all the damn time. That pickle dip we make with your damn pickles, bro. But like, no, that's the shit we want to use. So that's like, hey, fuck it, let's make it. You know, we got a credit card we can put a min order on. Let's make it. You know, if we like it, man, people are gonna like it. I mean, like, we're not turning out shit. Like, if you've tried any one of our products and said any of them are subpar, let me know. But like, one thing I keep forgetting to say is we chose our co-packer for a reason. Just like I think y'all are with Old World, but we're with Tastemaker. I went to Tastemaker because I've used Heath Rawls products. I've used JDQ products. I've used a lot of products that have come from Tastemaker. And what I have loved about their products is the granularity and the consistency of the rubs that they turn out. Like, I got 8 rubs. I think 7 of them, man, you can set them in the cabinet for 6-8 months. They will never cake up on you. We're going to whack the shit out of them on the counter. We got one, it's got a little more sugar in it, so it might give it one good shake and it's loose. But it's like, to me, that was what I was looking for, is the granularity of the rubs. When you turn them up, they just flow. You know, so that was important to me. So that was one very important thing to me in picking Tastemaker, because I looked at JDQ rubs and I looked at Heath Rawls rubs, and man, them jokers just flow. You know,
one thing that I learned the hard way.
Comments.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bre.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, I thought you were going to do comments, but I'll wait.
I was going to say, you know, Kevin Hernandez, he makes a great comment here. You know, Aaron, you were talking about why you want to do it. Shane, you were talking about why.
Yeah.
You know, Kevin is like, I made mine to cut on competition costs. And I feel like a lot of guys are doing that because, you know, a lot of the competition cooks are out there doing well. Kevin is a great example. CBA Team of the Year a couple of years back. And he's got a market. He's got what you kind of mentioned. He's got the pedigree behind him right there. Yeah. People wanted to try his product, and he's got great products out there. But I do see a lot of teams that kind of get into it. It's like, I made mine to cut on competition costs. Competition right now, competition barbecue is insanely expensive to go out there and do, with meat prices, fuel costs, you know, entry fees, everything that we all know and weekly, you know, do all of us here on the screen. And I can understand somebody getting in for that. You know, I think, you know, everything that we do is kind of going back to that, to get back on the market, to cut our chops back on the competition trail, because it does add a little backing, a little pedigree to what you're trying to sell and what you're trying to do. And then Ron says, I love me some Smokin Magic rubs.
Thanks,
and
Ron.
And you mentioned JDQ and stuff. Some of the stuff that I find interesting when I'm in the barbecue store and I'm looking at the wall of products out there is something that sticks out to me is not a pork rub or or beef rub or something like that. It's like sweet garlic or southern twang, where it has another. What does that mean, right? What the heck is that? And when you try, you're like, okay, this is different. I think just some of those marketing things that just, for me as a buyer, it just kind of, when they have something different other than a rib rub, beef rub, brisket rub, whatever the heck they want to call it, when it has a different kind of name to it, like Brandon oil. What the hell is Brandon oil? That's
well,
cool.
I'll tell you what it is. We really want to know.
What I'm saying as a buyer is like,
yeah.
Okay, what is Brandon oil? Paisano, these are what kind of jumps out to you as a buyer out there. So we'll get back to that. But Aaron, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say, my man?
No, I just say was, one, Brandon oil, that's actually when you brand cattle, it's the oil you put on the branding iron. So that's a little twist on that. John Scarborough, Midland Meat Company, he liked that name, and he's the one that kind of he kind of helped with that name. But when you do pick and choose a company that you're going to put your most precious possession, right? Your rub, your ingredients list, right? Your recipe. That's pretty precious to you, because nobody has that but you. When you do that, you need to find out how far do they secure their seasonings, because I used to have an issue, and I don't have it no more, but I used to where the companies that I used were smaller and they didn't secure out so far, so the paprika might change, or your chili powders might be a different color. So in the wintertime, it might be a little redder, and then summertime might be a little orangier. And it's because they don't secure their products out there. And so the co-packer that you use, your colors will change, and your customers will call you and bitch at you. They will say, hey, why is this Barnyard Pimp orange? I've got another bottle right here. It's a lot redder. So, well, it's a summer blend. It's the summer blend versus the winter blend. And you get tired of saying these things. I said, but does it taste good? Well, yeah, it still tastes good. But, why is it cut? Man, don't worry about it. Just eat it. But you can't be that way. You can't be rude about it. But you want to make sure that your co-packers have you want to ask them, how far out are you holding these spices? Because sometimes they get on the cheapest market possible. And when that happens, you get a kind of a it's really shit in the stick.
Well, when they look different, I'm like, okay, is this one old? Is it still good? Type of stuff, right? And that's what he's asking you, right? Hey, why does this look different? It's like, do I need to throw this away? That's basically what they're asking, right? So I'm sorry. Did I cut anybody off, Shane? Did I cut you off?
No, I was just gonna add. If anybody is going into the sauce and rub business to make money, doing it for yourself is great. Making a little extra is great, but guys, it's hard, and the margins are small. You
gotta sell a lot of $10 shakers of rub to make any damn money.
100%. And then, so something we haven't even really touched on, and I saw one quick comment earlier on in the show about
bring it on, Bre.
Asking about it was, what do you do? Advice to give to get into certain stores. So your barbecue supply stores, what they're going to look for is, when you approach them, you need to have an idea of what you can offer them. How are you going to get people in the store and move your product off their shelves? Because their shelves, that's real estate space that your products are taking up in their store. And they need to know that you are going to do your part in moving those products. It's not their job to sell your products off those shelves. It is your job to get those products off their shelves. And you can do that through social media now. You can do that through demos, but you can talk about your following on social media. And there's another piece too, guys. If you're going to talk about your social media, hi Hi, Josh. Please make sure that your social media presents the profile that you want your brand to be represented by. So, like if different company, like if you're going to a barbecue supply store asking for your products to be in there, like we always, I will start with an initial email to the store and give them some ways that I can get foot traffic in their store, or we can. If we're willing to do demos, a little bit of stats about different awards that we may have won or what have you. But, and then I follow up with that. Like you've got to follow through. If they say, yes, we'd love some samples, please send those to us. We don't have samples. We sent full bottles because we don't, it's expensive. Those little bottles cost as much as the big ones. So we would just send them all 6 of our products. That was all out of our cost, but hoping to be able to start a partnership with that store. So it's all about those relationships and following through on what you say you're going to do for them. And then also putting those customers in those stores. So we have people follow us from all over the United States, and we'll have them hit us up and say, hey, I live here. Where can we find your products? And if you're able to tell them, that means the world. Or say, you can go into your local barbecue store. If you don't see our products, I would always ask them to email me the name of the store. You ask for us, but I will also follow up with that. I'll follow up with an email. I'll follow up with a phone call, or stop by. If it's local, we try to stop by and do a face-to-face if at all possible. But don't just go asking the barbecue supply stores for basically free real estate space on their shelf when you've got to show them what you're going to do to help them. Otherwise, why should they do it?
All 3 of y'all are active on social media. Like, Aaron, we see you all the time. Shane, you're posting all the time. Brad, you and your Bre, Bre, you and Brad are doing videos almost weekly, maybe twice a week. I don't know. But I see you all the time. And I feel that's very important, right? To go out there, and you're hustling, right? This is part of the game, putting a product out there, going out there. Joel, he said between samples, etc., you're probably breaking even on the first order. And if 100%. They don't sell it and reorder, I feel like a lot of that is putting your product out in front of somebody. Here, taste this. This is what we've come up with. If you like it, I don't know, give me a call. I don't know how the process works. You guys know better than I do, but I was just thinking about that first initial big purchase. Shane mentioned it earlier. It really depends on who you go through, but what
but
kind
then
of money?
You've got the distributors too. So you've got your co-packers. That's one piece. You have your distributors. You have a few co-packers that are also distributors, but it's knowing all these pieces and how they work together. And if you are trying to distribute yourself, it is very difficult to get into bigger box stores like your Home Depots, your Ace, your Shields, because you have to have certain licenses and insurances and all these different things that individuals most of the time don't have. So that's another question, a separate conversation to have about distribution as well. And what does that look like? If you're going to be doing it all, do you have a storage unit? You might have to take out a small business loan to get the product. I don't know what kind of minimums the co-packer might have for you. But how are you going to go about that? And what does your shipping method look like? We tried, and I'm not going to lie, guys, it's hard. It's really hard to do the shipping.
Shipping hurts. Shipping hurts. And a lot of people don't incorporate the cost of their labels into what their landed cost is too. It ain't just the bottle of seasoning that you get from your co-packer. I have an outside source for all of our labels that sends it to our co-packer, and that's an additional cost. And then you have shipping to, our distribution point, and then we have shipping from our distribution point to our customers. So fortunately, most of our customers have been really good about eating the shipping cost. And man, in any business, I don't care if it's rubs, selling cars, anything. If you expect to make money in the first 2 years, you're a damn fool. You really got to get your brand out there. You got to get your brand awareness out there. You got to prove to the people why your stuff is good. And you've literally got to, like you said, establish why am I here? Why am I in this space? Why am I in this lane? And I have all these flavors, and these are that good because this is why. But yeah, I mean, I was told by a buddy that's been mentoring me here a lot. And he told me, he goes, Shane, don't chase the stores. He goes, build your brand and the stores will come to you. Like, so you literally just build your brand, believe in your product, put something out there that you believe in and you want to use, like Aaron was saying, and Lacey and I are doing, and Brad and Bre. Like, I mean, just make something that you believe in and just put your heart into it. And if it does well, it does well. If not, you need to look into how to market it properly. You know, that's my 2 cents.
You know, so when I got started, I bought the bottles. I bought, I don't know, was it like 7, 8 ounce bottles off of Amazon or whatever it is? Maybe it's Webstrong. I don't remember, but the lid has a seal in it. You know, it's in a separate bag. The bottle's in a separate bag. So when you put that together and you press it down, it's supposed to heat seal, you know, technically friction seal. And it puts that vacuum or that safety seal on the top. But in order to find out if it was going to work, my oil dust, when I first started, it was just my steak seasoning. I bottled up, I probably couldn't tell you, maybe 300-500 bottles. And it wasn't at one time. I made, 50 or 100 here. I put it in the cabinet. I had a buddy of mine that had a wrap shop. So he printed my label. And I put that label on a bottle. It wasn't like UPC'd, and it wasn't all the nutritions and all the stuff. I just wanted to give it out there and let people have it. So I did that for about the first year before I put it into a bottle. Before I actually put it in there, you got the bigger bottles in there, and I did that, and I sold them for $6-8 a bottle. And I just wanted to find out, is it going to work or not? And this is like 13 or 14 because I was giving it away at the time. So once I realized that I didn't want to blend this by myself anymore, that's when I stepped up and got me a co-packer. That's when I went and jumped into that lane. Now, my first initial investment, at the end of 14, was like $1,500. I bought so much of the product, and I had to buy the labels, and so that was my initial investment. And I sat on that for probably 8 months. It was probably, I think it was around 50 or 75 cases of rub, and I sat on it for probably 8 months. And I was getting nervous. I was like, man, this really might not sell. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of, I cook-offs and base layers and using it on my meats, and I got a few GCs in there, state championships. Next thing you know, you start getting into the points chases, and you find yourself like number 1, number 2, and then it just kind of goes, and all of a sudden, it started coming around where the stores were wanting to get in there. So every time I leave my warehouse and I'm going to make deliveries, I'm stopping in at new places, new stores, new areas, and I'm doing it by the old way. I'm doing it with a handshake. How you doing? And here's my price sheet. And I want to talk to you about what I can do and what I can bring in the store and what I can help you with. And that's what I want to do. But I only focus on my area. Now, I do go other areas in the state, but those guys usually contact me. My area is big. It's 500 miles, right? It's north, south, east, and west. So the area is big that I travel, and there's a lot of stores in between there. So I focus more on walking in my West Texas area, and the rest of the state, I go when I get a chance to go. If I go to a cook-off, I swing in and talk to a store, cool. Before or after. So every time I leave, I try to invoice somebody somehow, so I'm not wasting money.
Well, and that was one of the best tips we were ever given when we first started was own your own backyard first. Own your own backyard. Once you own that, then you can start branching out. So that's exactly what you're talking about, Aaron, 100%. Yeah.
Dustin Standley says, Bre, bring your shipping to me. I'll get you on delivery. Ask a few on this panel. I think he's talking about Shane.
I love that, Dustin.
We need you in the barbecue store.
Well, Dustin does. He co-packs my products. He's been doing this. I'm not co-packs. I'm sorry. He ships my products. Elena ships my products. I want to say we're about over 2 years now. So it saved me because I was trying to ship products and work at the same time. And I was missing. I might be 2 days past on my shipping dates. And so, he talked to me, and I talked to Phil Breeden. Phil Breeden kind of gave me the tip. And then I talked to Dustin one day when I met him. And then we went on about our deal, So it's just because Phil had just kind of gotten into that too, So it was a contact, through a conversation, and it's been great, and it works out for me very well. I'm allowed to travel.
Elena is amazing, but I don't know why but we get hammered on shipping to Kansas City for some reason. I have no idea why. I think it's because
they don't like UPS.
They don't
like UPS up in the north area. You know,
Missouri or Kansas?
Let's get it straight, people.
FedEx is cheaper.
City.
FedEx is cheaper going up towards Kansas than UPS is.
Yeah, like when we use Pirate Ship.
The barbecue store is amazing.
Out of the house,
Pirate Ship for everything, just about.
It just depends. Like I go to what's cheaper. So typically your smaller boxes, the post office is cheaper. A little bit larger, heavier boxes, UPS is cheaper. But ultimately, we go with whoever is cheaper. But I did want to say something that Aaron just touched on, and it's really important and something I didn't even think of when we were getting in to the rub and sauce business. Thank you. Was the length, your expiration dates. So that's an important question to ask your co-packer. What are the expiration dates on, what are they going to be on our product? Is it 18 months? Is it 2 years? And depending on if you're shipping, hopefully in plastic, not glass, because that's a huge pain. We've experienced that with our Bloody Mary. But you've got to know those. And like Aaron said, he sat on them for 8 months. Well, now if he's looking at sending these into a store, if a store gets those and they're like, well, now we've only got basically less than a year to sell these, like they start getting nervous. So that's just something else to think about, is asking, what is the shelf life of my product?
Yeah. Like, here's another thing. Some bottles on the bottom of the bottle will have an EXP and some will have a best by date.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, the FDA is screwing us anyways, because that number might not be the same. I've had them come in, and I mean fresh pallets of injections come in, and I have less than 6 months on my best by date. Somebody screwed up and didn't put the right number in there. So now, you've got to fight this deal with it. It has a 3-year shelf life, but why do I mean,
right.
Somebody's always, well, after 6 months, I'm sorry, it's no good. No, it is good.
Yeah.
I can't help the fact that the co-packers, they don't put the right date, or they may only give you a 1 year. Like the ones I got 3 pallets in the day, and it has a 18-month best buy date on it, right? So I have 18 months to get that out of there. But at the same time, I've had people contact me, or I've had people tell me that they got their product in, and the expiration date or the best buy date was already expired because it was printed wrong. Well, how do you combat that? So you got to ask those things, and that's just something that kind of started in the last couple of years, that best buy on barbecue seasonings, or that the expiration date per se. But you got to really watch those how they scan that, because it can shorten your lifespan really quickly. And stores are like, Amazon. I'm on Amazon, and I have to give the expiration dates to everything. And if I've only got 6 months, crap. I mean, it might be hard to get that one product sold in that amount of time for you have to go buy it back.
Or if that co-packer isn't rotating the stock. So that's another, it's just all these little things that you find out. I mean,
it's very expensive if you have to repay for that. I mean, you don't understand if that 3 pallets with $15,000, for whatever I got today. Yeah. And if that's a $15,000 bill and that has a bad best buy date on it to where it's already fixing to expire.
Yep.
I'm sitting on this product right here. What do I do? So you make phone calls. I don't know how they fix that, but it kind of sucks. And so sometimes I just want to rub that little best buy date off the bottom of the bottle, but you can't. I mean, it's just the FDA. It's your local government just giving you the big old boot every time you buy something.
I do want to give some love to these to the barbecue store. People like these, Alana and Dustin, that give us an outlet to, they have, you're talking about, how do you want to get into the big box stores or the academies? And we mentioned Ace Hardware, Walmart, wherever it may be, but it's these stores that are all throughout that allow people to come into, these stores to go and see all these ones that are not in those options, not the big ones that we all know at HEB or wherever it may be, to give us an opportunity to go and try all these ones. And I love the ones, Dustin and Alana have the sample table, right? It's a beautiful thing where you can go out there and what the JDQ's rub, right? Sweet garlic. Okay, what is that? Well, you can taste it out there. What is Southern Twang? You can taste some of that stuff. So it's or Brandon oil. What is that? Or Pausana. You can go out there and you can taste it there and then purchase it though. So that's something you can't get at these other, at Academy. You can't just open a bottle up in Academy and start tasting it. Otherwise you get arrested.
Well, you can.
They might frown on that.
You're either going to buy it or you're going to leave buying it somehow.
You start the camera start turning when you start smelling it. They're like, oh, let's watch this guy.
But shout out to these stores that are out there doing it, like the barbecue store. And Bre, I'm sure you got American Fire up there. I don't know if you have a sample table or whatnot, but just that are bringing in these, some of us that are starting out. Kevin Hernandez is in the comments. I know his products are out there. It's just an opportunity for us to put that product in front of people and have an opportunity, have a venue or an outlet to go and purchase it. So, and try it, number one to start with. So thank you to all the mom and pop stores that are out there doing it. And of course the barbecue store, we love down here. And Dustin, I know you're watching and we miss you here on the show tonight, but let's get some Smokin Magic in there. You already got Texas Old.
Yes.
Dustin,
I love that.
Damn Yankee. We'd love to have some of that Smokin Magic because they've got some great product. They've been doing well out there. How important, I talked to Bill, Phil, they say, hey, you can't sell, even Fred, you can't sell sitting on the couch. You got to go out there and get on the trail. I'm talking about competition trail. Aaron, you're out there quite a bit. Shane, you're out there. Bre, I feel like you and Brad have gotten back out there.
Yeah.
Was that something that maybe you thought you were missing, or was it just something you wanted to do? See your friends, go out there and compete? Because I know we're all competitors and we love the competition aspect of it, but how important is it in y'all's opinions to be out there doing it, and winning?
I think it's 100%. So we started that way, right? And that's what catapulted the brand with the rubs and sauces. And then that 9 months leading up to the 1 year at the airport, that was like basically 18 months of time.
Right. Y'all were
that
working.
There were so many, we weren't at the airport every day, but there were so many other pieces in the background running and different things that you had to go up and do. And there was a lot of what I call shaking hands, kissing babies kind of things that we had to do. So it was just all those things.
Shaking babies and kissing.
Shaking babies. There you go. No, that's kind of frowned upon. But we also have 4 kids. So it was that. And then not to get super sappy, but last year my mom passed away, and like there was just a lot going on. And so Brad and I had a conversation after mom passed last March, and we said, we really want to get back to our roots. We miss doing it. Let's just go out and hit it. And so starting, I guess in 2-3 weeks, the last weekend in June, we've already competed 4 or 5 times this year so far, but starting the last weekend in June, it's most weekends from there through the end of October that we'll be competing. So looking forward to that, building some consistency, because everybody knows that the more consistent you can be, the better, cooking scores that you're going to get. So the hit and miss that we were doing for the last 1.5 years, 2 years, it was just kind of hard. It was hard to get a rhythm. So.
Shane, how do you feel about that? Bill and Phil saying you got to be out there pounding it.
Obviously it's proven for them to work and win, because they're out there every weekend. But it is what they do for a living. That's all I have to do, because I actually do have a real job. I don't portray that on social media, but I wish I could cook every weekend and just drive all over Texas or whatever and cook. Because the barbecue competition family is real, and they will support you, like with all our different lane stuff and with the Southern twang. Like, man, I love that sauce, by the way. And drain bug. But the barbecue family will support you. But we all know we want those backyard cooks, because that's tenfold to the barbecue competition family. But if you're not out there cooking and you're not posting about it and you're not relevant, it's very relevant in my real job, out of sight, out of mind. If you're not in front of your customers and you're staying relevant, shit, what else? So
and it's all the people that you interact with at the comps too, that aren't just the other competition teams, right? You meet so many people.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Aaron, you are full time.
And
this is your livelihood. Go ahead, Shane. Go ahead. Finish up.
I was going to say, and they Aaron, I mean, Robbie, I mean, you don't have your own rubs, but people will ask you all the time, hey, what do I use on this? What do I use on that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, you know.
They'll ask me what I'm using.
Yeah.
No.
Not what do I use? What are you using?
I got my AI note recorder going right now. Come on, Rob. Shake it. Let's shake.
What are you using? Aaron, this is your full-time job. You know, you've been doing it since 15 with your rubs. You've had jobs. You worked in the oil field. You working for Midland Meat Company, but now you're just Texas Old Dust, which is great, scary, all of it, right? So, you know, what's your approach to this thing?
Man, it is scary. It's exciting. You know, COVID kicked in, and at that moment, I thought, man, this is great. This is taking off. I was selling all the product that I had, and I was waiting to get more in there. But everybody knows, you know, it's nice to have a secure job. It's nice to know that you have a good paycheck coming in, and you can play with this market. You can play in that, and you can do it as a hobby. And then a few years ago, I said, man, this is really what I want to take this to. I really want to go. About 4 years ago, I really want to take this to where I was doing this full time. And so I was trying to work it. So everything that I did was a step up the ladder, a step up the food chain, basically, to where if I was competing or I was doing a demo or I was just talking to people, giving a class, that was where I wanted to be, because I enjoy the conversation of barbecue. I enjoy talking about how you do things and what you're doing and how you solve problems. And so when this past October, I needed to hire somebody. I could not do it. I couldn't work. I was having a hard time fixing my schedule and trying to do what I did at the Old Dust, at Texas Old Dust, you know. So I was really hustling, trying to get, you know, stores stocked and doing things on like a Monday, and then work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, leave on Friday, do them in the afternoons and the mornings. And so when it came down to finally that decision, it was like, you know what? I mean, I am the best salesman of my company. I'm the guy that can make it. I can sell this better than anybody. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's guys out there that can sell water to an Eskimo, you know, or ice to an Eskimo. But I mean, that was me. I don't have to pay somebody. So when the opportunity came up, you know, I was like, let's do this. Let's just go for it. And I'll save that money, and I'll just, you know, keep doing what I'm doing. So, I mean, it's scary, but it's fun. And I'm enjoying, I have a big smile on my face. I'm enjoying every minute of it. But there are days that I'm just like, shit, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I've been on the road, and, you know, so I don't know, it's going to work, but, you know, you might sell product to a store, and 5 months later, it's still there, because that store doesn't get a whole lot of traction. So how do you help that store out? You know, and so you got to think about those things in the background. Can I do a demo over there? Can I bring some stuff? But at the end of the day, everyone who does this full time, we're not competing, and we're not competing to make money full time. We're out there promoting full time to sell what we have, you know? So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad. It's been 2.5 months, and man, I'm just living the dream that I started 10 years ago.
Absolutely. Well, we're all wishing you. I know you're going to kick ass, and we'll wish you the best of luck there. Daddy Dustin, is it true Aaron uses Smokin Magic Bloody Mary mix for his red Solo cup?
Oh man.
He just put you on the spot, bro.
Gosh,
he has. I know he has.
I have had that one time, and Shane hooked me up with a bottle of it, and we drank it, as a matter of fact. But no, I do make my own mix. I do make my own mix. Yep. So it's and it's not going in a bottle anytime soon. So I'm not there. I like to make it, and I like to drink them on Saturday mornings, and I like to share them with my friends. If you have had one, you know, and you like it, come back. And if you don't like it, then stay away. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean?
Well, there's been some really good rub talk. We didn't talk sauces. We're not going to do that tonight because it's kind of the same process, right? Yeah, same conversation. But you know, we've talked about, you know, how you know, start, you know, measure your stuff, right? Do all that stuff out there
in grams. in grams.
In grams.
Yep.
Don't send your co-packer a cup of this, a tablespoon of that, 2 tables. Don't do that.
No,
Get you a scale, measure it in grams, and start your weights off the exact the same way every time.
Yep.
So none
I'm
of
gonna tell you
this,
this too.
a shake of this, a shake
Whatever
of that,
you make, like with,
a pinch of this.
whatever you make at home with raw, like, is going to taste different from your co-packer because their raw ingredients are way fucking fresher than what you have. So it's going to taste different. It's going to punch you in the mouth more with flavor. So you got to be prepared for that. Like, your shit's going to taste different. So you don't expect the first sample to be exactly what you send them. It's not going to be that way.
But here is a tip.
And
here's a tip.
I want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
I'll give you a tip. I was just going to say.
Waiting on it. I was waiting.
You want this tip? You want this tip? I mean, you're a little taller.
I don't want to
than
say
me, but
my
we're
rubs
up
are
there.
better than anybody else's. I don't want to say our rubs are better than anybody else's. Our ribs are fucking good. But, man, Aaron's are good. Smoking Magic's good. Rob, if you ever come out with your damn chicken rub you've been talking about for 2 years, it'll be good. Like, they're good. They all have their place.
2 years, baby. That's it.
It's got a little barnyard pimp in it. I bet
I mean,
I better taste it.
Like, I'm sitting there saying, like, mine are good. They're good. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent $4,000 a pallet, like Aaron just said, and you can do the math. But 8 rubs, $4,000 pallet, $32,000. We're into this shit for. Yes, a nice tax write-off, but I'd like to make some of that back. So, damnyankeetv.com.
I will say this, guys. If you are wanting to make a rub, if you got any expectations of something in the future, when you reach out to the person who's going to blend your seasonings, you need to ask them for samples of every seasoning they have. Salts, 3 types of salt, 3 types of peppers, 3 types of sugars, granulated, powdered, everything you need to do. Ask them for those samples, at least 2 or 3 of each one, because they're all different. Paprikas are different. Chili powders are different. Salts are different. I mean, they flow differently. They're granulated. Some, you get a big chunk of salt and it changes the profile. You get a smaller piece of salt, it blends in with everything, but the pepper might be bigger. So it allows you to do that. So when I make a new rub and I put one together, the first thing I do is reach out to that co-packer that's going to blend that for me, because I have 4. So I don't put all eggs in one basket. And I reach out to them and say, hey, I need 3 types of smoked paprika. I need your 3 of your biggest types of salts, like coarse, like the koshers and that kind of thing, or the peppers, what mesh, 16, 14, 12, 10, whatever you're going to get. I mean, I'm sorry, go up, not down. But I just ask for those different ingredients so I can look at them and blend them and see which ones I like the texture of each one, because what you're going to get is from them. It's not from the Sam's or the HEB or the Walmart. You're not using that stuff. You're using what they have to provide you. So get samples from them first and then blend your seasonings. That way, when you give them the grams and which bag it is, they're already 10 steps ahead.
I would totally agree.
How many times y'all go back and forth? How many times you go back and forth and was like,
it was 6 months on my first rub, and we did 12 different samples.
Okay.
And that's what I was going to say a minute ago. The best thing you can do is get in the truck or fly and go straight to your co-packer and spend a day in their kitchen and get it knocked out in 4 hours. You ain't got to worry about it. But 4 hours in their kitchen can be 6 months of back and forth on the post office and all those bills of shipping.
That's another
12 times at $8. What is it? $8 for shipping on whatever the flat rate. So 12 times. So I spent over $100 on shipping just getting these samples back and forth, plus sending them stuff back, and then it just takes time. So
what's the time?
Go find your people, make a visit, talk to them, get in the test kitchen, blend it out, knock it out in one day, and you're done.
And I know we didn't talk about sauces, but just a brief. I feel the sauces are more difficult than the dry seasoning. So finding a co-packer that make sure you ask if they do dry and wet or just wet, like if they can hot fill bottles. It's all these different questions too. But I think our sauces, we had to go through a lot more revisions than we did with our rubs. So
I didn't have to. I did mine with Head Country. Well, Old World Spice owns Head Country. So Head Country and I sat down for about 3 hours in the lab, and we knocked out the sauce in just a little under 3 hours. It was done and over with. It was like that was it. And they have all the staff in their co-packer business that can come in and taste it and give you their opinion. And can they taste this one versus this one? And is it different? So a visit to your people that are going to blend is a big step because you'll eliminate a whole bunch of back and forth and a lot of lost time.
That's great advice right there. Fred says, I'm currently on version 14 of a new brisket injection. I like it. Bill Purvis, Mr. Chicken Fried Barbecue, make sure you get your brand trademarked.
100%. And that's not cheap or quick.
You can go to LegalZoom. It costs you $750, and they will actually put it together for you. You see it. They'll do all that stuff. They'll send it in. You got a trademark.
Josh DeWitt, JDQ, took him 9 months. Where's it at? There it is. Yeah. For the OG JDQ suite. I like it. And then Joel, palate fatigue is real when going to the co-packer, though. I'd say plan for 2 days. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, he starts to taste the same, I bet, after a little bit. Scott Schiffel,
ChatGPT don't know shit about barbecue recipes, just so you know. Still learning.
And the other thing is
none of my recipes came from ChatGPT.
Before you sign off on any of them, you need to cook with it because sometimes the flavors change once you heat them up.
We do see that all the time cooking. Scott says, totally agree, Bre. Sauces are tough with ingredients. Yeah. Being with food scientists at co-packer is huge. You must know what they are using. This is
Scott
great.
Has Doxy Guy, right?
Yeah, Doxy Guy. Yep.
So this was like, it was really real when we switched co-packers with the Bloody Mary. And that's where I really, because I'm very particular about the Worcestershire and the horseradish. And we ended up having to buy a 5-gallon drum of the creamy horseradish because they don't use it for anything else. So they needed to know that they weren't just going to buy it and it was going to go bad. So we had to do that, but I was adamant because nothing else, it didn't compare. And I just wasn't happy with it. It was granular. It was gritty. I'm like, I don't want the powder. I want the real stuff. This is what I use to make it. So I was very adamant about those two things. And so they were able to get me the Worcestershire that I wanted, but the horseradish I had to buy.
And it's costly. You know, it costs. I mean, those are ingredients that most guys don't have that Bre's mentioning about. And so it gets costly. So your cost just went up because you're trying to put a quality ingredient into a mix.
Yep.
What's the shelf life on your Bloody Mary mix?
It's 2 years. It's in glass, so that gives you a little bit longer, but then it's also heavier to ship. So then you've got the shipping also on top of that whenever you get the pallets. Like we just ordered 2.5 pallets of that. Delivered to the house because we don't have a loading dock or a pallet jack or any of those things. Like it's all the stuff that
Brad.
Well,
yeah.
I bought my pallet jack for $50 off of Marketplace.
That's what we need to do.
I bought my forklift at a very good price from a used forklift rental company that had one. I got it. So I mean, I was able to get into it at cheaper prices on doing that. Luckily I have the warehouse and it's big enough to hold all the charcoal. It's hold all my seasonings and my products. And so, equipment is costly. I mean, that's something we have to choke down, but we need it. A lift gate, that's $150 every time you get a lift gate somewhere, and
right.
I mean, it's the shipping cost, who ships your products, the trucking company cost. I mean, lift gates. I mean, one pallet can be up to worth $400. Can we get a forklift? Hey, you can borrow mine.
Can we get a forklift?
Brad cannot run the forklift.
I get in mine. I have to duck because the cage is actually a little shorter than what I am standing up in the chair. So I have to kind of duck down a little bit and take my ball cap off and hunch down and drive it.
Did you get it off the TikTok shop?
No, man, it wasn't on Temu. It wasn't on Temu Fine, man.
Or Brad would find it on Vivor. That's his favorite now. So.
I tell you what, it took me 4 weeks to find a forklift that I could afford, that I thought I could afford, and one that was in good shape. And it takes a long time, a lot of phone calls to try to do that. But luckily I found it because at the time I didn't have a forklift and I was loading pallets every day. A couple of months ago, and I looked into one, and I was able to get that. It saved me a lot of time, and it's just that way. But yeah,
knock the shop. All right. This has been great discussion, guys. And we do want to do some rate my boxes because I have a great panel of judges tonight for the rate my box. Ty's going to come in here and do a wrap up recap real quick. So y'all guys got about 4 or 5 minutes to come back on. And then
I just went and checked the tires, damn it.
What's
Check
that?
the air.
Yeah, you gotta go check the tires.
Shane,
But Aaron, I wanted to show you that. I don't know who's on this one yet, but I got more. I'm not gonna play them all, but I know Aaron's is first. This is what our art guy came on. Shout out to Art. So we'll be playing a lot of those. I know I have Breeze and I have Shane's in here somewhere, but we are going to y'all take a break. Ty's going to come on here and read a couple things here, and then y'all go kick. I know Shane just left to kick the tires, but we're going to go kick the tires. Ty's in the house. You ready to do this? You got them lined up, right, Ty? And
yeah,
then
what are we doing here? The wrap up or the
both of them? Just there's not a whole bunch, so you can go through them pretty quickly, and then I'll be right back.
All right, gotcha, man. What's going on, Gooder Gang? Let's get some music going here. We'll do the upcoming events first. The Champions Barbecue Alliance has Smoke in the Mountains over at Fort Davis, Texas. That's a state championship. And the Seven Maples Barbecue Showdown in Hancock, New Hampshire. That's cool. CBA is going up pretty soon. They're going to be in all 50 states. I'd love to see that. IBCA, the 98th and Tom Tom Fest Barbecue Cook-Off in Yoakum, Texas, state championship. And the KFC Great American Barbecue Cook-Off in Brownfield, Texas. All state championship with the IBCA. In Lone Star, the Wild Horse Prairie Days in Haskell, Texas. That's the thing going on. I think I heard them in the green room talking about this. I don't know who'll be heading out to this one this weekend. And then KCBS has the Big Blue Barbecue Championship in Marysville, Kansas. McLuth Barbecue Blowout in McLuth, Kansas. And the original SD Barbecue Championships in Huron, South Dakota. Or you can go to kcbs.us and see everything they got going on. All right. For the Rob's still gone. For the wrap-up recap. Over in the Champions Barbecue Alliance, the barbecue in Bandera, Texas, the grand champion was Phil Breeden with LC Barbecue.
I'm Phil Breeden, owner and founder of LC Barbecue. You're watching the So Smokin' Good Show.
Man, Phil Breeden's just a cool dude. And the RGC is Robert Smith with First Class Barbecue.
It's the what?
So Smokin' Gooder Show.
It is the So Smokin' Gooder Show. All right. Are you ready? Yep. You can handle this? There we go. 3.
I'm First Class Barbecue.
I don't know, must hit a button, my bad. My bad, Bobby. Over in IBCA, the Smoking on the Plaza, the grand champion was Vince Colonetta with Smoking Wizards. I love his walk-up song. It's an old Black Sabbath tune. And the RGC was Aaron Lesley with Texas Oil Dust.
What's up, bitches? Aaron Lesley here with Texas Oil Dust, and today you are watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show out here in Augusta, Georgia, baby. The weather is awesome. The beer is cold, 29-degree cold if you can't see that. So, guys, I got a surprise for you. Stay tuned. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Maya. I'm Elena. And I'm Lily. Hi, Rob. You're watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show.
And then the barbecue for the Brave, the grand champion, was Steve Siebeneicher with Wild Thing Cookers, and the RGC was Randall Kendrick with Hideaway Ranch Cookers. Over in the Outlaw, congratulations. I think this one was grand champion number 7 for AJ George, I think, and with Okie Folks Barbecue. And the RGC was Brian Coldier with Rope and Choke Barbecue. Over in KCBS, the 8th annual KCBS World Invitational, the grand champion was Wag's Backyard Barbecue, and the RGC was Phantom Smokin' Barbecue. Over at the Honeybee Barbecue Competition, the grand champion was Rooters and Tooters out of Tennessee. Heard a lot about them in the last couple of years. It was great seeing them getting some walks up at the Jack Daniels. And the RGC was Colorado Bulldog Barbecue, while out at Covington's World's Oldest Barbecue, the grand champion was Dang Good Barbecue, and the RGC was Razorbacks. I think Rob's back.
I'm back. Good job, Ty.
I think I hit some buttons as I was getting through it. So,
it might have been me.
Yeah.
Ty. I won't blame you. I take the blame for everything that happens on this show tonight.
Excellent show, though, man. Like just seeing the back behind the curtain of what goes on with the branding, the marketing, of doing all these rows, man. Great show.
Absolutely. It's been a great show, and it still continues. We're going to do some Rate My Boxes with a incredible panel of judges. Shane LeClaire, Damn Yankee, Texas Barbecue, Bre, checking in from Smokin' Magic, and of course, A to the Aaron. Where's he at? Texas Oldest. I got one. I think maybe Shane's is on here. Let's see. All right, Shane's wasn't on there. Sorry, and neither was Breeze. I have them. I just got to cycle through them. But thank y'all for doing this. All right, let's talk. Let's do some rate. Who is that Shane guy? Right on Cue Podcast. What's up, man? Who is that Shane guy?
I don't even know.
He's washed out tonight. Couldn't see him earlier. Couldn't see him earlier. Now we really see him.
I'll say that. There you go. I'll put it out there.
All right. Let's rate some boxes.
Shane is glowing, man. He is like glowing now.
He's close to the sun.
Oh, keep turning the damn lights off. Shit.
There you go, man. I'm like,
I don't know what happened to
something about Mary. I'll fucking sunburn and shit.
Bree's back. I thought her phone died, but she's back. So Bre, we do this on a CBA scale or a Texas scale. 10 is excellent, 9 very good, 8 is fair, 7 is poor and personal, and this is where Shane lives.
Middle pack of best.
According, did he lock up in that? All right, let's do this. Here we go, Ty. And we do poker faces. The Gooder Gang is going to chime in. The Gooder Gang is going to chime in. What's up, John Turner's in the house. Joel Fleetwood. Meet Rushmore. All right, we got to say a brisket box. Aaron, I'll let you go last on this one. Go ahead, Shane. While the Gooder Gang chimes in, Joel gives it an 8. Bradley, that's a 10. Brad.
I'm going to tell you, I have no problem giving it a 9 or a 10, but heck, that fat off the bottom right up front. I'm not a huge fan of that. Like I've done it once or twice and it bit me in the ass. So I'm going to go 8. But you take that fat off, I'm 9 or 10 easy.
Is that too much fat down there?
I don't like it. I know it's a Texas box with the foil, but
All right. Bre.
I would say a 9 or a 10. I mean, I personally like the fat when I'm eating it. So,
Right.
but I don't know. Appearance wise, I love the color. The bark looks nice. They've got the smoke ring on it. It's laid out.
Send me that fat,
fine.
bro.
Right.
I just
So,
appearance.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
did
but
you
it is a little thick on the bottom there. But I'm assuming that runs through the whole box. But
So would you score it? You said 9 or 10.
let's do it. Yeah, let's go with 9.
All right, 9. I'll go next. I'll let Aaron go. I love this box. That's a 10. I love the fat down there. I love the color. It's cascading down. That's a 10 for me. Aaron.
Well, I'm a brisket guy. I do enjoy cooking a good brisket, and Shane is correct. There are some places that you have to cut that off because they don't want to have nothing to do with that, and they will rate you on that piece of fat on the bottom. But
Yeah,
it's
it's a risk.
point meat, and it probably cascades back to thicker and thicker as it gets back there. But I'm gonna give it a 10. That's a good looking brisket box. The slices are good. It was laid in there well, and it was cooked. I mean, it's a small the smoke ring. That's a comp top smoke ring unless you put the TQ on there, right? So if you're looking at this thing, I say it's a good looking box. I'm giving it a 10, fat on, and I think in some places this has to be a recent box because the foil is folded in the bottom. So it's going to be within the last weekend or two. So whoever cooked that, they did by the looks of it, it's a solid 10 for me.
Good call on that, Aaron.
All right, 2 9s and 10. All right, next. Bre remembers when she lived in Texas.
Very well.
This is a chicken box here. Shane went first. Aaron, you go first here.
I love
Bre will
stripes.
go last. Go ahead.
I love stripes. I love a good grill mark chicken. In some areas, that's a turn off. I have figured that out. And in some areas, that's a turn on, right? So that's a good looking box for me. That's the color's good. It's outside, I think, in the sunlight. A little spritz of water would have been nice on the chicken because it will make it gloss. It'll help to dissolve a little bit of that rub on the top of the chicken. We don't see that rub part of it, but I'm gonna give it a 9.
Give it a 9, okay. Bre will go last. I'll go next here, even though I love me some chicken. I don't like the shape of this chicken. It's small. It's small.
It looks like they didn't break the leg, and the leg
No.
just stayed and just stiffened out, right? So it doesn't like come around.
It's
looks
not.
like
If you're only gonna do a chicken half, if you're only gonna do it, get a big ass chicken and fill
5
as much
pounders,
as that
baby.
box as you can do here. To me, this is too small. It's also shaped a little weird. To me,
but he's team no wingtip, man. Come on.
I'm okay with the no wingtip here, and I actually like the bass boating. I like the color, and I don't mind the grill marks. A little thick for me. I'm gonna give it an 8 though. I can't even give it a 9. Shane.
Man, I saw Team No Wingtip, and I was like, Rob giving this bitch a 10, but
he dogged on
you're
it,
right,
man.
though. Like it could have been more a bigger breast protruding forward, and like just fill the box a little more. You're just running with that, and like what Aaron said about the water or avocado oil, just to hide that additional like bass boat you were trying to put on top. Yeah, I'll go with 9.
All right, you're missing the BBL. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Cook Shack? All right, Bre.
I would have to probably give it a 9. I'm with y'all on the shape's a little funky for me. I don't mind the grill marks. What keeps catching my eye is it looks gritty or granular on the top. So like y'all had mentioned already, spritzing it with some water or something to kind of get that to melt in, I think would have helped too.
All right, Mickey Lang says thanks for the input. I think he's talking about the brisket. Good job on that, James. Okay, Cook Shack give this a 9. Steve Quint gave it a 10. Brad, I eat it, 9 out of 10. 8 from Jen Lee, Team Wingtip, no stripes. Daddy Dutch, 10. Jared McCrory, 9. Bell Clark, 9. Stubby, yeah, I agree. All right, who else we got here? I'll take the 9 to 10 and give me all day. All right, next box, Ty. And Gooder Gang, if y'all can get in a little quicker, that way, and we'll give. Shout out to the Barbie store. They've got a new building coming up.
I'm gonna rate it a 10.
Yeah, we'll rate this a 10. But shout out to Julie and Dustin Standley from the Barbecue store. Looks like they got a new property coming.
Excited for them.
Absolutely.
Which I do feel all of these products will be in there, including Smokin' Magic. And maybe a name to be a later chicken rub. All right, that's what happens when we give
Rob,
a perfect
you
10.
got any teasers of the name of your rub yet?
I'm sorry, what?
Any teasers for the name of your rub yet?
I do, but I'm not.
Just cluck it.
I'm not gonna. Not gonna
cluck
say it. Not gonna say it yet. All right. Okay then. Sorry, I gotta give some. I gotta be. What's the word I say? Poker face here. All right, Gooder Gang. Read them faster. Thank you, Jared. I'm trying. Team whole chicken in the box. Okay, yeah, you could have put a whole chicken in that box. Needed something else in there. All right, Gooder Gang 9. Don't like the layout. 9 from Japa. What's up, man? Lindsey Vincent 9. Cook Shack 9. The Real Little Gringo 10. That is Eric Cantrell, certified master judge. Bre, you're up first.
I would probably have to give this one a 10. It's beautiful colors. They're straight. They're laid out just right in the box. I'm not the biggest fan of the 5 in a show, but I can't knock it for the layout of it. I prefer 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, but that's only if you put your best.
That's what she said.
Rob, really?
All right, 9, Bell Clark, Joel 10, Jen 8, Brad 9. Only because I don't like the 5 in a show. Look at y'all speak the same language. Mason 9, what's up, Mason? And 9, this is in KCBS. Go ahead, Shane.
Man, I'll go 9. I don't like the 2 ribs on the left are lacking a little bit of the bass boat, and that 3, the middle and the 2 on the right have, and the front one. So I'll go 9. But I ain't mad at the layout. If those are your best 6, fucking send it.
Bass boating? Bass boating, baby. All right. Hey, Ron.
Well, it's got great color. And you can only judge what's in the box, and so it looks good. I can definitely, I can tell, this is my opinion, but that front rib is off a second rack. It doesn't look like it had the same pullback and the same thickness of it. So, maybe turn it on its side where they can see the meat, or something like that. But this layout has done good in a few places. So you're judging the appearance. The appearance is good. I like the way it sits in the box. It's clean, and so I'm gonna give it a solid 9.
The shower is a grower and not a shower on the bottom there. It does look different. It's from a different rack here. For that reason, the color's good. The bass boating. Jared said #bass boating doesn't matter. On this show, I feel it does, but and we're an influence. I feel it does here, but I do like this. What's going on here? I'm gonna give it a 9 though. I can't give it a straight 10. And again, the foil should not take away anything on here, but I can't not notice the crinkleness of this foil. You can do so much better. Aaron has a video out there. You can go to
4
his page.
million
I actually have one too.
Man, on TikTok.
4 million.
4 million, and you can just make it go up again. Just go look at it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and it's very simple to make this not a thing. You just put them out there and put the other one on top, and then it's good. It's good. Okay, 9 from me. All right, next box though. Good job though. This is a pretty box. Initially, it looked good. So Aaron can speak on the new IBCA rule. I don't know if it's a new rule, but Aaron, speak on.
Okay, man. So
speak on what you heard. And let's put Aaron's
all
solo
I can tell
time.
you is a few weeks ago the rule was changed. They don't care how you put the foil in the box. They don't care what kind of foil you put in the box. As long as you have foil, IBCA does not control the color, the shape, the size, or anything in the foil in the box. As long as it's just foil in the box. So I've seen cow prints. I mean, I have not seen it. I have heard of it. I've seen some photos of the green and some other ones, and this might be someone that I saw this past weekend, but I'm not sure.
Or
I don't know,
parsley.
man. It took away from everything.
Bre, is that kale or parsley?
Oh, kale, 100%. But that's not what that is in the box.
That's
to me, that green just totally takes away from everything. Like that's all I can see, and then I'm trying to focus in on what I'm supposed to be judging, but it's really hard. But,
It looks like I'm looking at it in a pond, in a
Yes.
in a koi pond.
or like a black light or something.
The real little gringo. This could be AI. It is not AI, little gringo. This is a real box here. But again, we're judging the overall appearance. So foil is part of your overall appearance. Somebody says glow in the dark. No, 7. WTF? Brad, is that Irish chicken? Hunter Galloway 10. This could be AI. All right, Mason Galloway 10 all the way.
Okay, I know whose box it is.
Let's judge. Okay, Bell says it's a distraction.
I agree, Bell.
7, it takes a little away from the color of the chicken. Could be a 9. I'll go first here. I like the bird. It's plump. It is fill in the box, like I said. The foil is perfect. The color does take a little bit away from us, but I think 2 months from now and we see a few of these, we're not going to really concentrate on that. So I will judge the chicken here. I would have liked to pull that leg a little down here. It's too a little plumpiness. For me, I like the bass boat and I like the color here. I'm going to give it a solid 9, high 9, almost a 10. Almost a 10 for me, but a 9. Shane?
Man, if I was just judging the chicken, I mean, okay, but man, the foil, like, so I watched Bar Rescue. They say you should never show food under green lights or whatever because it doesn't make it look good. Hey, and John Tapper knows his shit. But, man, I'm just saying, but the bird looks good. Put silver foil in there, that's a 10 all day. But, I mean,
John Tapper knows his shit.
Yeah, shit. But, I mean, the bird looks good. If I'm just supposed to judge the bird, I'll give the bird a 10, but fuck the foil.
All right, give the bird a 10, but you got to give the overall thing. So what's your overall score?
I'm a 9 because the foil takes away from the bird.
All right, Bre.
I would agree with Shane. I'd do a 9, and it's strictly just because the foil does completely take away. I think the color would be nicer too without it hitting, I don't know, reflecting whatever it's doing off of the neon green thing that it's on. But yeah,
It's a cool color. I mean, on this show, we love this color. But
no, I like it. I think it would be even nicer if it was on the silver foil.
I agree with you. I agree 100%. Yeah. And that's what we're used to seeing, right? So,
right.
Again, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months down the line, it wouldn't think that much then, but I still feel it does take a little bit away. I think it takes away from the chicken. 7, says James Powell. Little Gringo says, would this be considered marking? I can't believe they would allow this to go. Aaron, what do you think about this comment?
Well, that's always going to be a thought, right? If they pull from the crowd or they pull from the trailers and somebody saw that they're using a cow print foil and they happen to be judging in there knowing that's a cow print foil, yes, there's a possibility that they may think that's their friend, give them a high score. So, man, it's one way or the other. It can be turning my foil over on the dull side or the shiny side. I have meats that I think the dull side looks better as a background than I do the shiny side. So, I mean, that's always an option. Like, oh, he puts his dull side up. That might be his box, or it tastes almost like his. I'm just telling you, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna give you my rate. That's a 10 chicken. I love the look of the chicken. That the sauce is light. The chicken half was cooked really good, not too hot. A little dark on the wingtip, but that's probably supposed to be there. But whoever did the box maybe tried to cut the wingtip off because it exposed that breast more, and it does a better job when it's in the front. But I'm going to give the chicken a 10. The foil doesn't. It blew me. It did distract me for a second, but that's not what we're judging. We're judging the chicken. The chicken looks like a 10 for me.
I disagree. I mean, we're judging the box. So if it's taken away, that's fine. But that's your score. And if you're gonna burn anything, burn the damn wingtip. I think if you're gonna have a wingtip on it, burn it. Let's go. Somebody says that's a straight up marked box. I mean, if you really want to do something, I got cow prints on my chicken, right? In my box.
Well, what if I have Texas oil dust stamped foil? If I have Texas oil dust stamped foil, bam, and I stamp it, I mean, what are they going to do? That tells you my brand right there. That's my chicken.
Aaron, is that like posting your turn-in box picture right after you turned it in? John, not calling any names.
I don't know.
Jen Lee says I had to hunt Aaron's foil. You did a great job highlighting.
I folded it nice and tightly. It was very. It definitely had. It definitely looked good under the ribs and the brisket for sure.
From my understanding, G-Walt, yes, you can provide your own foil in IBC as long as it's foil. Right, Aaron?
You have to have foil in the box.
Okay.
I will say John hasn't done that in a long time since I called him on that shit a couple months ago.
As long as there's foil under the product. Okay. All right. Let's go. Next box, Ty.
That's it. I have that bourbon up there at the top. And that leather smells amazing.
You know that's not a real person, right?
Aaron, is that you sitting on that porch right there?
Yeah, I did. That was me. I was gazing up a little bit. That's when I had hair.
Had the dreamy eye.
I think I had I'm just looking up.
That's the same guy from Dazed and Confused.
Great job, Ty.
Right? Y'all know that, right? So.
He was listening earlier.
What was the Triple X or whatever? No, not Triple X.
You talking about Dazed and Confused?
No, where they steal cars and shit.
Oh, fuck, I don't know. All right, this is
Gone.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, that's it. Yeah.
Gone in 60 Seconds, where he stole all the cars.
No.
He was in that too. Okay, I'm sorry. We're sidetracking here. Aaron was ripped.
Not me.
These look like Justin West's feet.
All right, we got another rib box, boys and girls. Gooder Gang, do your thing before we get the panel in here.
Oh, shame. This is gonna get fun in a little bit.
My bad.
I'll go first here. Actually, Bre has gone last. Bre has not gone. Has you gone? She has not gone first. Bre, you get to go first. I'll go second. Shane third. Aaron last.
God.
Man, those are some toes. Says Bell Clark 8. Brad, camera angle doesn't do this justice. This looks like one of those fisheye views here. 8, those have been taken far. Look at the meat pulled away from the center of the bones, especially the second top right.
That's a perfect rib. I'm just kidding. Pull them back. Show some teeth.
I like the cut. I mean, the thickness of these. These might be Hollywood cuts.
Toenails.
Yeah, and I like the toenails on here. I don't like the view that we're getting on here, and I don't like that they're not laying perfectly. So as far as a tasty, I want to try these ribs. I think I'm okay. I would like to see a little more sauce action. They look almost dry in some portions of them. But I don't love them. I don't like the cut, and I don't like the sauce. I'm gonna give it an 8. High 8, almost a 9. Who did I say was next? Shane, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go. I mean, yeah. Man, the color is banging. I like the texture looking of them. Like, in my mind, these are going to be 10-10 taste and tenderness, but appearance, like, I don't like the flare on the cuts. It might be the way they took the picture. So the picture is giving me a 9, and Justin West's toenails are giving me the ick, like a 9.
All right, Bre.
I probably agree, like, with the 9. I don't know. It just, there's something not sitting right. I think it's the angle. I think it's the picture itself, probably. But the bones look really, really tiny, like coming out the end. I don't know. It looks weird. I agree. They look like toes.
They look skinny too. I mean, like, they look thin, is what I mean.
Yes.
All right, Aaron.
I'm gonna give them a 9. I mean, they look good. You don't know what the lighting's underneath. Is underneath a canopy or pavilion or something like that. So it might be on a dark reflection. I do think they are dunked because you can see the puddling on some of the. So maybe the angle of the rib is giving it that drier look. But I'm gonna give them a 9. I think they look good. Maybe try to twist them a little bit and meet them back up in where the seams are, where you cut them, just so they kind of looks to have a cleaner look where you don't really see each rib individually. But I'll give them a 9.
Can I say, look at the bottom rack, left to right, number 3. So left to right, 1, 2, 3. That's a meat popsicle right there, bro. Let's go. I'm all about that.
An angle, But hey, I mean, they did get taken far. They had. I mean, to do that, a lot of juice in there. So I'm sure they're a really good rib.
All right, we only got a couple more here because it's already 10 o'clock. Let's get it. And y'all have been great. Thank you so much for being a guest panelist on the show tonight. This is awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Ty, pick your best couple before we get over. Okay.
Shellacked.
This is not foil, Bre. This is actual kale.
I got picked up on that.
The box in there looking at the type of box it is, though, either.
Just in case you were checking it out. Yeah. Little Gringo, 10. I'll take 2 of those, says Little Gringo. Certified Master Judge. Bell Clark, 10.
Oh, I see it. Y'all see it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
There's something. I hope they cleaned. There's something.
10. A lot of 10s here. And again, we only get like a 20-second, maybe at most, view of these things. So, Aaron, first.
That's a good looking set of ribs. I don't know why they're offset a little bit. Maybe it's the angle, but I would rather. I don't know exactly how this looks, but I would twist that bottom rack a little bit and then twist that top rack a little bit. But I'd want them more shrimping down. I can definitely see that the top rack is a little narrower than the bottom. So
they did that so the fucking one bone doesn't fall off while you're walking the curtain.
And probably so, but that might be too many ribs for that box. If it was that way, right? You could have got away with just 6 because you only need what's good. You don't have to just. I mean, you just need the 6 best pieces. So, but I'm gonna give it a 9. It's shellacked, it's shiny, it's saucy, but I'll give it a 9 for appearance. But I do see sauce in the kale. I'm hoping they cleaned all that up.
They are offset because there are 5 on the bottom. Yeah, I see that. But I do see what Aaron's saying. They're not straight on there. I'll go next year. I'm going to give it a 10. Just on straight appearance right off the bat. I love the way the color pops off the green. I can see the difference of the layout here. It's borderline too much sauce for my liking on here, but I'll still give this a 10. Bre.
Rob, I agree. I'll give it a 10. It's borderline on too thick of sauce for me. Like maybe they should have heated it up a little bit more. Yeah. And I'm with everybody. Like I'm just trying to reach through the screen to shift that top one just
right, like
the whole rack, just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's why I did that. At a 9, it's just off, and so that's part of the appearance, right? So, I mean,
so Aaron, when you were saying, "Do you see it? Do you see it?" I'm going to give it a 10 because it's a great looking rib box, and I would eat this shit. But if you look right there on that top rack, there's that ridge right there going across the middle, and that is from transporting your ribs with another rack of ribs sitting on top of it. You didn't inject out, and it didn't work out. So be careful when you do that, transport your ribs with something stacked on top of your ribs. If you see that little ridge right there, am I the only one seeing that? But I'll give it a 10 because I'd eat the shit out of these. You see what I'm talking about? Right there in the middle on that top rack.
Are you talking about the top rack?
Yeah, top rack, that one.
Oh,
something was pressing down on the ribs, so it was flatter on the meat.
It didn't work itself out. So be careful stacking shit on top of your ribs when you're transporting them.
You know what it looks like? Is like they had them on bottom, and then they said, you know what? These are the ones that go on top, and they swapped.
That's happened to me though. When you
I was like, do you see it? I was like, do you see it? Because only someone who's had that happen to them will comment that indention is in there and it's hard to get away. So I seen it, and you could have been rubbed out, and maybe, but or longer rest on the injection, but still, it's just it's a good looking box. I mean, it's a solid box.
Them ribs, yeah.
Jen Lee says no such thing as too much sauce in KCBS. Bre, do you agree?
No, I don't. You can definitely have too much sauce. Now, we definitely in KCBS, they definitely like it more saucy. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Ty.
I don't know about that comment. I think it's pretty much that way for everybody anymore.
Look at that, Ty.
There it is.
I put it in there.
Yeah.
I think they like it saucy everywhere. It's just kind of married into that with all the things going on nowadays in class. I think everybody's getting the same profiles can work almost everywhere.
It's been a great show, guys.
I agree with that. I definitely think that you can have too much sauce. It could be too thick, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It'll take away.
All right, this will be the last box of the evening.
Looks like it was smoked on mesquite.
No comments, Aaron.
Hey, I just
good. So y'all ain't gonna show my chicken box.
We got to kill time while we're waiting on.
Did you submit a chicken box, Shane?
Comments. I did.
All right. We'll get one more box, and we know it's Shane's. We know it's Shane's. We got one more box, and we know it's Shane's. Ty, if you can find that one.
Yeah, I don't see it on Facebook.
I will say, what'd you say?
I don't see Shane's box on Facebook.
Where'd you
submit it? I sent you on Messenger when I told you to send me the link to my email address.
Yeah, no, I'm an idiot. I don't see it, man. Send me another one.
Yeah, no, you're good. Don't put it up.
Here's what I will say about this one, though. Hush. I got my dog here. The foil. I don't like the thickness on the front and the rear. I want them on the sides, right? To me,
that was exactly what I went to first.
Turn your foil, please, here before we get.
Why is it sticking up off the sides?
Yeah, because they need to turn it 90 degrees, and then it would
flatten it out.
Then it would be good here. Little Green Go 9 after show. No after show tonight. I mean, maybe a private after show. Let's see, pull it up. Brisket looks decent. Foil looks horrible. Maybe a low 9, high 8. James Powell. I'll go first here. I already mentioned the foil, so it does draw my attention. That's the last thing you want, is to have nothing that pertains to your meat draw somebody's eyeballs and attention. It looks wrinkled. It's positioned wrong. So if you're watching this, turn it. You need you don't want the heavy foil on the front end or the back end. You want them on the sides to make that meat pop a little more. So that said, I'm looking at straight meat. Great trim job. Cascading looks good. The meat looks great. I'll give it a 9, almost a 10. I'll give it a 9 here, but everything else as a whole, I'll give it a 9. Shane.
Man, I like the brisket. The brisket looks great. The foil, totally messing with me, but man, brisket, I'm 9 all day. I mean, yeah.
Don't mince your words, Belle.
9.
All right, Bre.
I would say 9. I cannot get past the foil. I mean, I just want to push the sides, especially back, because they're like pulled forward, almost covering part of the brisket. So
and
that
again,
really bothers me. The brisket
3 of us have
itself,
spoken on the foil.
Yeah.
Actually, all 4 of us have spoken on the foil already. We don't make that part of your box here, Aaron.
Well, so you got 60, 80, 100 teams on a table. The foil boxes are coming across. Do you recognize that after 20 boxes or 15 boxes? So it does make your eyes go to it. So I'm giving it a 10. That is a good looking brisket that's put in that box, and I'm giving it a 10.
Got the ridges down for it. Looks like the state.
I mean, they trimmed it good, and it was cut and it shrank to go in the box. It did a good job on the trim job. They did a job on the smoking side of things. It looks like it's an offset smoker, a little brighter smoke ring, more like a mesquite ring. But I like how it's spaced all the way down. Someone paid some attention to put that brisket in the box and make it look good. I hope it did well.
Hey, Bre, in KCBS, do you think it matters if you block your brisket?
I don't think so. I think that if your edges, like if you're doing it for like appearance, or like we've done it and we've not done it. It just truly depends on what the meat gives us. So if the edges are more crumbly at that time than others, or if it's really thinning out on the edges for appearance wise, we might dock the edges, but most of the time we prefer not to.
Okay.
We can keep on it.
Little Gringo, same question to you. You're in the comments. Do you think it matters if you block or dock the edges of a brisket box? All right. Guys, thank you so much. What a great... Oh, we do have one more. All right, we got one more. My bad. We've got one more box. Now, exactly what I was talking about, the foil placement here. The heavier sides are on the side, so that makes it pop up here. It's almost like a half pipe, right? So it's sitting there. It's less on the front, less on the rear. This is the perfect foil placement. They might have taken Ron's TikTok class to create this foil box here. Now we're going to judge the chicken. Gooder Gang, do your thing before we all chime in. I'll go last. Shane will go first because I bet this is his box.
Man, fuck that wingtip. I'm gonna tell you, like, I hate the chicken placement. I love it when it's oriented with the leg down, because like it just looks like it's an upside down chicken right now. So, like, yeah, like I'll just pass on my score because that's a wingtip and it's upside down. So I'll just pass.
Is this yours?
Maybe.
All right, we're going to judge it fairly, though. We're going to judge it fairly.
This is a perfect example of a cook doing what people said, hey, we're in this area, here's what they expect. And I did that, and yeah.
James Callahan III. Thank you for watching, James. We appreciate it. We do this show each and every Wednesday, 8 o'clock Central. Why do people turn in chicken upside down? Exactly. He just mentioned the same thing you did, upside down. All right, I'll address that here in a minute here. But James Powell, camera placement is good for the pick. I think that's why it looks good. Okay. All right, we got Shane no score. Bre, give it a score. Knowing it's Shane's.
I'm going to say 9, but the biggest reason it looks like maybe the sauce sat too long or got a little tacky looking for me. Foil looks beautiful. It's not crumpled or crumped, anything like that. It's not taken away. And not turning in the half chickens, I do agree that I want to move it. Like I want to flip it, but I don't know why.
You want a 180 it, right? Leg forward.
And
Shane, this is your box, and you're wondering why you did it upside down. Okay.
This
Aaron.
is when other cooks get in cook's head.
Yes.
Okay.
So I do enjoy. I do like to turn my chicken the other way. Shane, is that spatchcocked?
No, sir.
Is that skin light on the bottom left hand side? Is it tucked under or?
No, it's tucked under. It's a little light.
Okay, it just looked like a cut, like maybe it was a really flat spatchcock when you cut it. It just kind of had that little angle to it, but
a little bit, yeah.
But you want them to go. You want them to go towards the breast meat or the softest point. So yeah, doing them. Only way I do the breast to the front left or right corners when I spatchcock. That way I can hide that seam, and then if I put some stuff on the side of it, or if I just turn it in. So it's a good looking chicken. I mean, I'm gonna give it a solid 9, man. I mean, wingtip looks good. You cut that off, but it's a good looking bird. So I'm gonna give you 9, man. I mean, hell, good job, no matter what.
Shane, I see what Aaron's talking about. That very bottom of it is kind of bare here. Now, do you have one of those?
I just sent Ty a picture. I cooked 3 whole halves, and I cooked them in these pans. If he'll put it up there, you'll see.
That's a pan chicken.
I was just going to ask you, are you using one of those little pans? I don't like that look personally.
I can throw it up there. You'll see why it's got that light underside.
That's why I thought it might have been cut.
To get it darker down there.
All right, let me score this box here. I personally do turn in my chickens breast forward because I want the judge to go after the breast. I think that is the hardest thing to cook on a chicken is to get the breast right. You know, you can go over on the leg and still be tender and still be good. But when you get that breast right and it's tender and it's juicy, that scores you well as far as taste and tenderness. And it doesn't hurt appearance scores, obviously, because I do breast forward all the time. I do like the bass boat in here. I can see the color. I love the color. I love the viscosity of this here, meaning I like the fact that you sauced it early and it baked into this chicken. The only thing that I don't like is that you cooked it in that pan, and I can see that bareness on the front here. Foil's great. It's a 10. I'll give it a 10, though. If I'm looking at this, straight up 10.
Even with the wingtip?
Even with the wingtip. Yeah, I don't like
there
that.
You go.
Don't like that. I don't think it's necessary.
That's where opinion. I was at right there.
Yeah.
I'll go back to the other one. There you go.
Which one did you turn in? Hold on. Don't answer that question.
Yeah.
Which one would you turn in, Bre?
I would probably go with. I'm just trying to look at all of it.
Left to right.
I would probably have to go with the far right.
Far right. Okay, I don't like the. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I'll go next. I go left. I go first one. Aaron.
Yeah, the left one for me.
Yeah.
The left one's what I turned in.
Which one did you turn in?
I love that right one, though, but that pullback on that leg was just a little too much for me. But other than that, I mean, that one on the right was Big Booty Judy. Yeah.
They all look like 8s.
I mean, you know, they're all 10s on flavor.
Which one did you turn in?
Banging. That top view doesn't look like the picture in the box.
Yeah, the one on the left, yeah.
So when you say getting in our heads, I think that's a little too much, those pans.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah.
If you're selling pans, good on you.
But I use those wire racks, you know, the disposable ones from Walmart.
I do too.
I mean, I've used them for years and years, you know, and it's just they easier, but they don't give you any discoloration.
They don't do that little shiny stuff on the bottom. You're 100%, yeah. So you gotta be able to counter that. It's like the third time I've cooked in those pans, and like I was on a new cooker this weekend doing those, and I didn't really want to mess with all that. So yeah.
But I only buy one chicken, man. I only cook one bird. That's it. I ain't buying two. I'm gonna pay my $8 and walk out.
Around, bro.
I just don't. But I just spatchcock. Or if I'm going somewhere I know they don't like it, then I'll go ahead and split my halves and pin them up and do my thing. But I just buy one bird, so I don't ever have that many options.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, guys, we're going long here. We're gonna end the show tonight. Thank you, Bre. Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Y'all have been great. Appreciate what y'all do for this show. Appreciate what y'all are doing for the barbecue community out there selling your rubs and hustling. Y'all provided some great information as far as, if you wanted to get into the rub game or what the processes are to do that. Bre, you had some great comments. Aaron, Shane, all of you did. Sorry we didn't have Dustin on here. He really wanted to be here, but he's on a boat having a good time out in the Gulf of America, probably. Who knows? But we appreciate you guys. Aaron, before we let you get out of here, and if y'all want to hang out afterwards, we can hang out for a minute. But Aaron, anything you want to say before you get out of here, my man?
Hey guys, registration opened yesterday for Cooking for Cowboy 2026. It moved to Gale, Texas. They have a big outdoor venue. They have bands, music, all that stuff. So really come out. Guys, sign up. It's November 14th, 15th. And it's just supports my grandson, helps with the medical expenses, the travels and stuff they have to do to help take care of him and provide for him. So Cooking for Cowboy registered yesterday. Please jump on there and sign up, guys. We can really use your support. It's 100% payback, and buckles never get old. I give buckles away. We have trophies, but 100% payback. We usually average between 15 and 25,000. So just come on out, support us. And it's all about my grandson, but it's all about giving back to the cooks.
Awesome. And where can they find your products, Aaron?
You can go to texasoildust.com, and it'll take you to where you want to go, or you can get on Amazon. RBDX sells us as a wholesale distributor for Amazon. So you can go to Amazon and find us. You can get on my website, texasoildust.com, and or try out your local Ace Hardware.
Or the barbecue store in Hempstead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, Okay, yeah, man. I'm yeah. The barbecue store, definitely. No bullshit. That's wrong because those guys are awesome and they treat me well. So the barbecue store, definitely in Hempstead, you can go in there and get everything that I have: swag, rubs, sauce, injections, and charcoal.
And Brian's.
And Brian's, you're correct.
Shane LeClaire. Ty's gonna drop you down, Aaron. Don't go anywhere.
Man, just real quick. I mean, some of my place mentors, getting into the rub game, and Dan Arnold from Suckle Busters has been a huge mentor. JDQ, Josh DeWitt, he's helped me a ton in launching our brand and what to look for, what to think about, as far as branding and this, that, and the other. Josh has been a great, tremendous help. But nonetheless, I mean, just lean on people. If you're thinking about getting into the rub game, lean on people. Everybody in the barbecue family will help you and give you advice what to do, what not to do. Preferably what not to do, because we've all learned some lessons, even in my only couple months of doing it, or year or so of doing this, and I got fucking June bugs hit me in the face and neck, but yeah, we're good.
It is June.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, but no, man, lean on your barbecue family to give you tips and tricks and advice, man, for real. Anybody wants to reach out, I'll tell you everything I know. You still got to do it.
And where can they find your product, Shane?
Damn Yankee TXBBQ.com. It'll take you to our store where we got the Can't Do Epic Shit with Basic People shirt. I got hats coming soon from Dustin if he ever gets them done. But also the barbecue store. Elena's been great down there. She takes care of us. All 8 of our rubs are down there. And yeah, we got a couple of our rubs up at American Fire Barbecue in Kansas City. It's trying to get more of them up there. I got to work with Greg and Devin on getting them up there. But yeah, it's about, going up and supporting our brand and supporting their brand. So I got to do a better job of that up there.
You got any in New York?
So I got my boy Matt Perry up there helping me, and he's spreading the Damn Yankee love up there, and he's been digging our rubs and doing really well with them up that way. Not to throw his recipes out there, but he's been posting about that damn brisket color between the beef blend and the brisket blend. Matt's been doing a good job for us up there, and I'm trying to lay back and let the stores. I'm trying to work on, so Bill Purvis came to me and said, "Hey Shane, build the brand and the stores will come to you." So I'm working on building the brand and not worried about getting all these stores and performing, So yeah, that's where we're at.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Shane. You can hang out down there. I'll be right back to thank you personally. And Miss Bre from Smokin Magic, thank you. You're awesome. Love you here at the show. Thank you so much. I hope Brad is having a good time and not too drunk right now. But we love you guys. Good. We love you guys on this.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. But Bre, anybody want to give a shout out?
If anybody has,
you provided some really good information, by the way. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And if anybody has any other questions or wants more specifics, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're on all social media channels, or you can send me an email. It's at our website too, smokinmagic.com. I'd be happy to share what I know. And if I don't have the answer to your question, I know somebody that will, so I can direct you their way to find.
I love you have Google Docs for this thing too.
Yes, I do. That's how I live.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So, but you can find our products on our website, smoke and the letter N magic.com. You can also find it at local barbecue supply stores, your Ace Hardware, Shields.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good job. And soon to be at the barbecue store, Dustin.
Oh, yes, that'd be awesome.
Let's get it down
and
here.
I was going to mention, Brad, we just got into Chef's Warehouse. So they've got all 6 of our products. I know they've got like 6 stores around the Dallas area, 2 around Houston.
Oh, nice.
Or 1 around Houston, 2 in Austin, and 1 in San Antonio. So super excited about that. That literally just happened like 2 weeks ago. So
congratulations.
Thank
it's
you.
Awesome. And y'all got a new rig. I
Yes.
can't wait to see it when I see y'all next time. It's gonna be awesome.
No, it makes
Are y'all
it
still
so
doing the
much
Sunday parties? The Sunday
Oh
rehab?
yes. Oh yes. Yes, our rehab Sundays every Sunday.
Rehab Sunday. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Well, tell Brad hi. We love you guys, and thank you. And we'll drop you down, but I'll be right there to say thank you again. All righty, Ty, get in here. Somebody said more of Ty. That was Jared. We need more of Ty. Ty, that was great.
Jared McCory, cool as hell. I'm writing notes, man. Like the Triple Threat Vet podcast is thinking about getting into coffee, so I'm taking notes about your co-packer.
It all applies. I feel it all applies.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, I think we need like a barbecue council, and Bre's obviously got to be the brand ambassador for that. Maybe make a finish and do some cool things with branding and everything, and have a piece of it go back to the cookers if they GC or RGC. Like, I got ideas, man.
We love Bre. She's co-hosted many times on this show, so we can do that. We can definitely do that. Ty, where'd you go?
I'm here. I thought you was about to close it out, baby.
We are, but I love you, man. Thank you very much. Shout out to Art, who does our
shout out to Art. Love all the new Art.
We love all the new art. All right, Ty, you can drop down. Thank you very much for everybody that's stuck around for 2.5 hours on this show. A lot of great information. Thank you again to Smokin Magic, Bre. Thank you to Damn Yankee Texas Barbecue, Shane, and thank you to Aaron with Texas Oil Dust, and Dustin. I know he tried to get on here from the barbecue store, but it was a great show. If you're interested in getting into the rub and sauce game, you can come back and watch all this stuff. You can reach out to us. You can reach out to our panelists. They will be happy to give you any information. Other than that, thank you very much for being a part of this show. This weekend, again, we will be in Seguin, Texas, celebrating the life of Ty Machado. If you are able to attend, the Machado family welcomes you to come out and attend the service. And then we're going to have a celebration of life. It's going to be a big celebration. And Joey Machado told me he wants it to be a party. He wants it to be a party celebrating barbecue, celebrating the barbecue fam, and of course, celebrating Ty Machado. So if you're able to attend in Seguin, you are more than welcome. We're going to be out there, again, celebrating the life of Ty Machado. All right, that is going to wrap up the show for tonight. We appreciate y'all watching the show. Thank you for being a part of this. And this show is getting bigger and better. This is only the beginning. We're 9 years in, coming up on our 9-year anniversary next month. But we are hungrier than ever to make this the best damn barbecue show, period. Other than that, thank you very much. We are out. Case, whoever's closing us out tonight, Ty, whoever's closing us out tonight, do it.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation. You too, California.
That's all, folks.